We are in that part of the season where all the Bears content creators start to get a little boring. The content gets a little bit stale, but never that over here on the Nomad Network. We got plenty for you tonight. Let's get it cracking. Yo, 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 no maniacs, super no maniacs, and all in between. Welcome to Nomad at Night, man. Me and my guy Kids tonight, and me and Kids only. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. And as people start to file in, I'm only seeing a handful of people so far, but as we talk, I'm sure people will come in. Yeah, this is what, like I said, man, this is really that part of the season where people start kind of rehashing content and repeating and wash, rinse, and repeat the same thing. And what we're gonna do at 10, we need to pick this guy, we gotta pick that guy. Every show has got that kind of feel to it. And one of the things we pride ourselves about over here is keeping the content fresh, keeping the content unique, and keeping people, enthused about it, man. We really lean into getting interactive with the chat and people that come and view the show, the guests, everybody. We really lean into that. And that's what's going to happen tonight, man. We're going to get very, very interactive. So let me kind of tell you how it's going to run down. So we're going to just talk Bears in general right off the top. We're going to give some pleasantries in a second. Kev will tell you about what he just scarfed down. But, the the tone and intent of the show to go like this. First, we'll do the Bears conversation. And then I'm looking for Super No Maniacs. I see who's going to be polls already. That's Derek Guy. He's going to be polls, and we're going to fill out the rest of the front office. And we're going to do what you do on Sunday nights, man. We're going to let you guys pick this draft. And whether you trade back, keep the 10th pick, doesn't matter. Derek Guy is going to be polls. He's going to have the ultimate say-so at the end of the day. But I'm sure he will take on you guys' input, and, you can help him out. But, yeah, that's how it's going to go. And then towards the end, I'll give you guys some comps. Now, I got some dudes in here, and I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure about a handful of these guys are going to really intrigue you. I'm going to take you back to some you're going to see, man. I think I got some pretty good comps in here. I think it's worth waiting around for that for sure, because I think those comps are pretty good. But that being said, we're going to move forward with the show. Kids is going to tell you what he just got through wolfing down and why he's sweating. So what's happening, Canuck from Canada?
Wow. Yo, it's Sunday night, worldwide, representing. It's your guy from Canada. Just powered down in the last 10 minutes, just powered down a little bit of Indian food. I had some butter chicken. And let me tell you, this shit, that was super spicy. Normally, I can just eat this stuff without any question, but bomb butter chicken. I don't know if you guys have ever had butter chicken. I asked Nomad, and he was like, I never heard of that before. If you haven't had yourself some butter chicken, find a local Indian spot, get a little bit of rice, and get yourself some butter chicken. It is pure flavor. You're going to love it. Again, you have to be able to handle a little bit of spice. Like, it's not really super spicy, but right now it's kind of kicking my butt a little bit more than I thought it would. I'll be completely frank. Had to douse myself with a little bit of water. But yo, butter chicken, y'all want to test it out. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. Up there with curry chicken, might be better than curry. Might be.
I was just about to ask you, man, can you get somebody in the ballpark of something that might be comparable in taste?
Yeah, it's curry chicken's got a lot more like curry chicken. You're going to get a lot more vegetable in the mix. Butter chicken's really just sauce and chunks of chicken. Like that's really all it is. But the sauce, though, holy smokes, y'all. Fire, pure goodness. Again, like similar to curry, but not really similar to curry. Curry is really its own deal. This stuff, I'm gonna have to say there's probably a little bit of tomato content in there. It just has more of a sweeter, a bit more of a sweeter flavor. But man, super good.
You got me intrigued about it, but you know what's got me even more intrigued? This comment by Smitty Q, the suggestion. He says, no, man, y'all need to do a mock where you pick for every team that picks before the Bears and play it out that way.
Honestly,
that's a good. Can you do that though? Can you select the first 9 teams?
I can select all 32 if you want.
That's a good idea, man.
It's honestly I've been messing with that a little bit. It's something I was kind of holding in my back pocket. I was thinking about maybe doing that myself, but I think we could run that anytime y'all want. Really, we can run it tonight if you want. Lawrence Kennedy knows what's up, yo. That buttered chicken will change your life. He knows what's up. Trust me. Shout out to you, Lawrence. Yo, shout out to all y'all in the chat. Big Al's out there. Illy's with us. Smitty Q, AC Adam, Bear Down, AC Adam. The Minister Charles Johnson. Shout out to you, sir. He's a super maniac, and you should be too. So is Derek Guy. Shout outs to Ron C and Bears Junkie 55 Hall of Fame. What's popping, all y'all? But yo, trust me, get yourself some butter chicken. You will thank me later. I'm dead serious.
Hey, you know what, kids? I really do like that idea so much so that maybe we grab 9 people. 9 people to go ahead and make those picks, or we can be one of the people that makes the picks. It don't matter to me, but I'll leave it to you this time, man. You the one orchestrating it over there, man. You select some people this time.
Okay. Like that's kind of the easy part. Are we just gonna do the top 10?
Yeah, I mean, what we all we need to do is get the guys before us. I think that's how people see that playing out. The picks that come before us, I think that's the most important. They don't have to stay that way for the entire draft. I mean, you got to let the rest of the draft play out, but I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. We can just run the top 10. Like real talk, I'd love to run the whole all 32, but we can run the top 10 easy. So with you guys out there in the chat, I'm just gonna throw. Is there an easy way for me to do this?
We pledge allegiance to you, Bishop. That's what we do.
Give me a second here. Might be an easy way for me to do this.
What's Illy talking about? He said, what do you think of the scenario with the Titans? Oh, he's talking about Abdul Carter going to Cleveland. Titans. This thing could go. I think in the next couple of weeks we're gonna start getting some tails.
Well, I don't know what real time. I don't know what Cleveland's gonna do. I think they're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't situation with them, right? So like, if they do get a quarterback, I'm not so sure if he's real. Like if this quarterback class is really going to set them up for success. I'm just being real. They might feel the same. That being the case, do they go with the edge rusher? Now you just got a powerful defense, which they already have, right? Like the Cleveland defense is solid. I'll tell you that right now.
It's pretty solid.
You know what I mean? They've got they've got some real powerhouses on defense, including Myles Garrett. You're just getting the other side there too. Okay, so it's more powerful. Great. What are you going to do on offense? So I don't know, man. I don't know what they do. I can say that the Jerry Jeudy's a real one. So I will say that on the offensive side. How many in the chat?
We got about 30 so far.
Not 30. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mr. Charles, how you making your shrimp? You pan frying them or you deep frying them joints? Yeah, we can call out somebody in it. That's a good way to do it, Derek. Just call out somebody in the chat for each pick.
Okay.
That's a simpler way.
That's actually the easiest way to do it, Derek, to be frank with you, man, because I was gonna maybe set up a poll or something like that, see who wants to do what and when, and that's just gonna take up a whole bunch of wasted time. Yep. So I think I'm just gonna do it like this. We'll start it out with Tennessee Titans with the number 1 pick. Who wants it? Y'all let me know in the chat, and you can fight about it later. I will make all decisions.
All right. How about this, man? The quicker we get through this general conversation with the Bears, the quicker we can get to that mock draft and let the No Maniacs.
Sure, let's do the Bears thing, and we'll get to. You know what? let's do Bears, bro. Let's do Bears.
All right. So I got a couple of I wouldn't say it's a refurbished question, but this one right at the top. When you're doing mock drafts, and this is for everybody in the chat right now, everybody that's done a mock draft, if you've done more than one, this will probably something will come to your head when you hear me ask Kez this question. So let me ask you, at the number 10 pick, who's a consistent trade partner every time you get there? Who's consistently there for a trade every single time?
That's a good question. So the folks that I've been trading with on a regular basis start with the Dallas Cowboys. They would trade up for Ashton Genty if we're trying to trade out and away from the Ashton Genty pick if he's available. 14, a fair amount of trade by the Colts. It's usually 14 and 45 from the Colts. Maybe a little bit more richness. I've had a few trade offers from the Bengals. I've had a few trade offers from the Seahawks.
You see Minister Charles and Ron C. He's saying Minister Charles says Cleveland. Ron C says Seattle.
I've seen like Cleveland will try, but it's because they've already, you know what I'm saying? Like they've already picked. So they're trying to come back into the first and they'll give like the rest of their draft. They'll give 33. You know what I mean? They'll give the rest of their draft to come back into the first round and make another selection. I generally don't like the Cleveland situation, but they do. Bengals couple of times, Green Bay quite regularly. That 23, that pick 23, I wouldn't want to. You know what I mean? I don't want to touch it. I skipped over the most obvious team, and what's real is in this sim, they don't tend to offer me very regularly. Now, the reason being, the quarterback is gone. So if Shador goes, the Pittsburgh Steelers have no interest in making a trade. If Shador's available, they'll try and come down.
I see Cincinnati, and Lawrence Kenny's got me curious.
He's right. He's
got me curious though. Like the only thing that makes sense to me for Cincinnati to try to get up there is if they see that I'm assuming that Will Campbell they think is there or something. But after Will Campbell, who are they trying to get? I mean,
any edge rusher available to get them out of this situation down the road with Trey Hendrickson.
Oh, okay. So basically, they thinking they're not going to get the deal done with Trey Hendrickson. We need the best edge rusher off that board.
That's it. So next year, this time they have somebody in place. They can move off of Trey easy, or even in the next couple of months, they can move off of Trey because again, they have somebody in place. Broncos sometimes too.
Smitty Q says, I keep seeing New England too, man. Like Smitty, every time I do it, New England typically has one of the better offers every time I do it. He says New England wouldn't, but Jacksonville could.
And Cardinals sometimes as well. I'm not really sure what the modus operandi is for the Cardinals. I'm going to assume who's running they've got good running backs over there right now.
Where?
In Arizona.
Oh, they got a decent situation.
They've got James Conner and they've got somebody else behind Trey Benson.
Yeah, Trey Benson.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they've got a couple
situation is pretty tight. I think the question for them is, you know, did Kyler Murray, is he the guy you trying to build this thing around, or are you trying to look ahead? I mean, other than that, what are you doing? You trying to get somebody alongside of Marvin Harrison? What is it? What are we trying to do, man? I don't think no receivers really, other than, maybe Travis Hunter, depending on how people see that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a secondary play. Maybe they need some help on the line, but I also feel like they did some damage on the line in the last draft. I think they beefed up their line a little bit as far as defensive line is concerned. Maybe Kyler needs some O-line help. It's probably really what they're looking for. There's our guy, Triple R. What it do, my brother?
I'm sending Triple an invite. Take it or leave it, homie. I should have sent it to you in the first place. You should be here. We want you here. Get here, Trip.
Yeah, those are the guys that make the most sense. There is also generally Philly will kick the tires. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they're
That
drafting
early though, kid, that's rich even for Philly.
So yeah, like it's they'll kick the tires. They'll try to come down from 32, and again, they will also give you the farm. Maybe whatever the heck else they have. They don't care if they get an impact player immediately. They are interested. They are. So that's a long list, but
Lawrence,
it's a realistic list.
Lawrence is saying, he said the last time he checked, Cardinals was looking at Kelvin Banks.
Calvin Banks, see, yeah, that would make so much sense for a Bears trade in that case. If Banks is on the board, you trade down, you get your offensive lineman, shore up Kyler Murray's situation over there, and keep on moving.
All right, that's an interesting thing, man, because that's one of the things I keep trying to look for, and for whatever reason, like I can remember one time that I keep seeing New England. New England tends to have a better offer whenever I do it, and I don't do it that much. It's New England, and I think the Broncos are the second team that I can really recall having the better offers. And I'm trying to think to myself, okay, what's New England trying to get? They trying to get I don't know. What are they trying to get? They trying to get an edge rusher because they keep letting some nice pieces go. We're going to talk about one in a minute.
So this is after they select at 4?
Assuming.
Okay. So they're doing the same thing. So they'll be giving you something like 30, pick number 35, and then some. Then more or less their next 3 picks to come back down into the first and select again.
Well, we'll come back to that, man, because I think this is going to be this might be the most interesting mock draft because of how we're going to get more involved and have the chat get more involved. This might be more interesting than anything we've done so far. Just thanks to Smitty Q and who made that suggestion in the first place?
I think it was Derek Guy, man.
Derek Guy. Thanks to you guys, man. Y'all gonna make this way more interesting, man, because you got to ask yourself,
No, it was Smitty Q. You had it right the first time.
Okay.
It was Smitty Q. It was Smitty Q.
All right. We're going to come back to that, man, because I think that's a hell of a conversation to be had because moving into this mock draft, I think there's some interesting stuff to kind of figure out, man. We can talk through some of this stuff. But, all right, so one other question I wanted to ask was, and this is for you all in the chat, say you're willing to trade back. How far back are you willing to trade? I'll get right on the record for you. And when you saw my mock draft last week, you knew I was dead ass serious about I understand the second, right after the first, I think it's the sexiest part of the draft. And so I'm comfortable with moving completely out of the first round. I know it's a lot of people who don't feel that way.
Yeah, I know.
So I moved all the way back to 36. If you remember that. You want to see it? You want to see it again to see how well I did after 36?
Sure.
All right, I can pull it up. Give me a second. Just a reminder. Hold on, my mouse went dead on me again.
Rip Simpkins. Like, you're with me, bro. That's right. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do right there.
Moved all the way out of the first round, and this is how I landed on it. You can't get mad at that. I mean, you get
it worked out,
and this is what you get.
It worked out pretty decent for you in any event. It did.
And so I'll use that as a template to ask you, how far are you willing to move back if you have made the decision that you want to move back?
Yeah, no, like I'm gonna say, like the farthest I'm trying to go is right where Ron C is. So that's about where I'm trying to go.
24.
So I don't want to trade with the Packers. That's number one. Who's right after the Pack?
Big Al says a couple of spots.
I don't want to trade with them either. So I guess the answer is 25. And you know what? There's some speculation that these guys are going to look to trade down, actually. So pick 25 is the Houston Texans. I'm trying to remember why. Oh, they want they want another defensive end as well.
Mr. Charles says he's not seeing the chat. You probably want to refresh your page or something. It's probably just refresh your page.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest way to do it.
There,
King Buck
guys,
just
we're gonna go
jumped in.
back. Big Al says 13 to 16. Ron C says he'll go back to 24. Let me see. Somebody else had a good one. Rip Sip. Welcome in, Rip. I don't know if I've ever seen you in the chat, but welcome to the community, man. Come on back for more and more shows. He says should go no lower than 20. And like Big Al's, who was it? Illinois Jones said depends on the compensation.
You're right, Illy. Right, you're so right. That is the most important factor. You're looking for at the very least, a pick in the second round, preferably 2 or a second and a third for whatever maneuver you're making. So, depending on what's on the board, I don't mind doing a 13 or 14 or something a bit lower because you could still trade that again, right? It wouldn't drive me crazy if you did it 2 times and you really wound up getting 3 solid picks in the top 150 if that's the trade that you're trying to do. But if you're going, like Rip Simpkins nailed it. If you're going far back, you don't want to miss out on Grant, Tyleek Williams, and or Nick Manwari. Those are like the 3 guys that I would sort of be aiming for. And 24, you might be pushing it. You know what I mean?
Shout out to King who just busted up in this piece.
Yes.
Paul Martin just busted up in here. Let me see. Paul Martin, Rip Simpkins. King and Paul. Yeah. Welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. All right. So real quickly, we're gonna just breeze on past this. So I know everybody's wanting to get to this draft. So we're gonna breeze past these couple more questions I got. So what would surprise you more? I think I know the answer to this already. What would surprise you more? A trade up or a trade back?
Well, a trade up would shock the crap out of me for sure.
If there's a scenario inside Hallis Hall, well, Dan Rochar is pretty firm about Will Campbell, and they think it's a chance he gets off the board early, and he's like swearing to Jesus that he thinks this guy's the next great thing, and they moved up to get him. Would you be upset about that?
Yes.
Okay. Further.
Yeah, I mean, I will confirm that for you. Like the fact is, I like the kid. He's elite. I'm not sure if we're so rich in capital that we can afford a trade up, and that's my problem. Right? I don't think this team is really capital rich right now. You know, we've gone through the DJ Moore trade. You know, with the Panthers trade. We're at the very end of that additional capital, and we just made 2 additional trades very recently. So one for some capital next year, and one for a 6th rounder this year. So I don't know, man. Mr. T Forward, shout out. I don't know. I don't know if you should be if Pole should be jumping up for any kind of talent. Crooked Commish, what's going down? But that's just me saying it. I would much rather he holds tight and makes his decision by way of trading in the other direction, hoping to secure additional capital, because with more capital you can do more. It's about that simple. Less capital, you can do less.
So what if? All right, now this is just I'm just throwing stuff and seeing what sticks on the wall. What if there's a scenario where they have a plan to trade up, and a plan with one of those 2nd round picks? I mean, you got to give something to trade up. More likely during the draft, you got to give up a significant piece during the draft to be able to trade up in a class this valuable this early in the draft. I don't think really future draft picks would do it. It could be a couple of 1st rounders or something in the next couple of years, but I don't know. At that moment, I think everybody can offer something like that in that moment. But you're going to need to do that, and you're going to need to give up a significant piece that you already have on the team. To me, that would be my price. If anybody's trying to get like to 4 or 5 or 6 or something like that, you want to get here that bad, pay the price on, boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say some mean stuff now. Like, I think we as Bears fans hold our players probably a little bit higher than the rest of the league does. I'm just being realistic about this. We're talking about a what did we win? 5 games last year? You know what I mean? It's a 5-win roster.
I didn't know we won that many. Shit,
What's that?
I didn't know we won that many.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? It might have been less than 5. If it's less than 5, I'm just saying I wouldn't really be hedging my bets on players from that particular team, our team. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what to tell you. You know, if they're trading off Montez Sweat, if they're trading off Tremaine or even
Jalen.
or even Jalen. Yeah, that was exactly what I was looking for. You know, like, out of them all, I would probably say Jalen might be the most obvious commodity to trade, but you know, I don't know. Like, if we're looking at what folks, you know, look at what the Panthers were at pick number 10 last time around, right? They paid a handsome fee to get up to number 1. I don't see us going to number 1, but it's still going to be a relatively handsome fee, even to go up another 4 picks.
So if we're sitting there and somebody wants to snuff us and want to get that pick, what to me the compensation should be, and this is probably on the lower end of the spectrum, a couple of 2s, a 3, and maybe a player, a lesser known player, somebody in the middle of the pack, a young guy that you think is very, very talented. This is on the lower end of the spectrum. There's other people who feel like, okay, get a 1 automatically. Maybe it's in the few, get a 1 out of the deal.
There should be I would think our first rounder in 2026 is a requirement for a trade, like even up to number 5. I would think 2026 number 1 would be a requirement. Lowest case scenario would be the 2 we have in this draft and our 2 next year. Like, that's low case scenario, and I just don't like. Joey Vizzo nailed it. There's not a prospect really worth trading up for in this draft. There just isn't. For the Bears, you know what I'm saying? Like, there just isn't. We don't need a quarterback this time around. We need an edge rusher. Abdul Carter's great, but I don't think he fits the system, which is the biggest thing with Abdul Carter, in my opinion. Abdul Carter's more of a 3-4 and more of a joker. You know, if that fits what Dennis Allen wants to do, then maybe they make some kind of a deal like that. But I just don't. Minister, you nailed it there too. Like, I don't. If we trade up, we'll be showing the world that we're happy being the same old Bears, and like, that's like, I feel that comment. I really do. I don't know. Like, I desperately hope they don't have a trade up planned. Like, if Poles had traded up last year for Odunze, would have destroyed that whole draft. But instead, he destroyed it with a kicker pick. But hey, here we are.
I do agree with Illy and Ron C. You know, Abdul Carter. Now, when you see the comp, I have Abdul Carter is one of the guys I'm going to comp tonight. When you see the comp, just understand the comp.
Can you do it right now? I would love to see
You
it
want me to
right
do that, man? You gonna
just for specific, since we're talking about Abdul Carter, let's see your comp.
And just so you know, this guy I'm comping him to played in a 4-3.
Okay.
Let me find it first.
DeMarcus Ware.
That's if you looked him up right now, if you look both of them up right now, the measurables are almost identical. You know what I mean? And they played in a 4-3 set when DeMarcus Walker was playing his best football. And so, you know, DeMarcus Walker rarely.
Where?
I mean, DeMarcus Ware rarely dropped back into coverage and played like that hybrid linebacker. He had his hand in the dirt pretty much all the time. And so at that weight and size, so I think DeMarcus Ware played somewhere in the neighborhood about, I would say about 255 265, between 260, maybe a little bit heavier at times, but Abdul Carter is about the same size. He's about 250 now, about the same height. And so if you really wanted to make it work, you could make it work. You see what everybody's out. Kids made me give up one of my comps, man. I'm not supposed to do that.
I'm sorry, but I think it was fitting for the conversation. To be honest with you, I think it was actually very fitting for the conversation. Just to make heads or tails of Abdul Carter. Give me a second.
What made DeMarcus Ware elite is the same thing that makes Abdul Carter elite. It's that get off and that burst and that speed. You can't do nothing about that. This guy's going to beat you around to the quarterback, and he's got the bend to finish the play. Exactly like DeMarcus Ware. It's a little bit more versatile than what they did with DeMarcus Ware. They'll line up Abdul a little bit of everywhere, but when it comes to edge play in this defense, he'd have to have his hand in the dirt a lot.
So all right, that is a fair comp. I still think he's more of a 3-4. That's just me.
I do too. I do too. On his face, it's the logical response to what do you think about Abdul Carter? Technically, he doesn't fit, but a guy that dynamic, you can make work.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like because I'm because of the word Joker, right? Like you could kind of move him into different places and do different things with him, which makes him a bit more of an interesting player for Dennis Allen. And in that respect, who said it? I think it was either Illy or Big Al that was saying like he could play. It's Illy. What Abdul Carter fits any scheme. Like I hear you. But he doesn't. He's not as long as many other guys that you're going to find out there, and that's sort of the difference between really what you're looking for on a 4-3 edge versus a 3-4. Mind you, in a 3-4, they can move him all over the place, which is more beneficial for what he brings to the table, in my opinion. He brings some speed and bend.
Excuse me, kids. I gotta ask Vizzo Joe, what is it that you're hearing? Because starting to lightweight hear some stuff, and I take it with a grain of salt.
That's because of his foot.
Okay, what's going on with that, man? I'm starting to think it's like the draft, getting closer to the draft. They're trying to nick people up a little bit to make them fall. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
No, we had this conversation a while back, and it was just with respect to him. To them finding out that he has some sort of a fracture in his foot. And the question is, which team is going to select him? Are they going to select him high? Right now, they're sort of saying he can probably make it through all of this stuff and start for a team as well. But over time, it's gonna require some level of treatment. And they're suggesting surgery is a requirement. It's not an immediate surgery that's required. But if he plays on it, it will get worse, and it will eventually require some time off. Certain teams are going to look at the situation and go, "It's cool. If it's the Browns, if it's Cleveland, you guys."
You just to be clear, kids, to be honest, and this is just me being very, very transparent about that. Like I really like Abdul Carter, and I think he would fit. Trading up for him, I'd probably be one of those people in the room be like, "Nah, dude, this ain't that serious, man. I think we can get a really good player, and it'll have to be Abdul Carter." Now, specifically that player, if what you guys are saying is true, he's got foot issues. Me drafting an edge rusher with a foot issue, that you like his foot is of the utmost importance. His feet are of the utmost importance.
Yeah.
Of everything else going on with his body, his arms, his legs, his quads, everything, all that shit means nothing next to how good his feet are and how healthy his feet are. His feet ain't fucking healthy. Drafting him that early is crazy.
Well, and this is what I was about to say, right? So, like, I was saying that before, and then I stopped for a minute and I thought about the Cleveland Browns. And in that particular scenario, it's not crazy. It's actually brilliant. Cleveland, if you're listening, Cleveland. So they have Myles Garrett already. They've got a pretty stout defense as it stands. You could pick yourself up an Abdul Carter and allow him the time to have the surgery and heal up. that gives you the opportunity to potentially move off of Myles Garrett, although you just signed a contract with him, an extended amount. But, you can do some different things with this guy. Worst come to worst, you've got Garrett on one side and you've got Carter on the other side, and you're paying him rookie contract money. Yeah. They actually have the luxury right now. I'm going to layer on a little bit more thick. So they actually have the luxury of doing this without looking towards winning the Super Bowl in 2025, because I don't know about you, but I don't see that happening with the Cleveland Browns. So you sit him, you let him have his surgery, you lose a bunch of games, and you get back up in the upper echelon of the draft like they've always been, and they select their actual quarterback next time around.
I don't know, man. I know this. A team with that much talent. Talking about Cleveland, a team with that much talent and a quarterback who's I think he's just going through some kind of whatever. I think it's funny. It's easy to joke on this shit, man, but I think he's going through some, I don't think they're set up in a way offensively unless they start morphing more into getting the kind of system that he wants to run RPO, but that's a running team. And he's not comfortable under the quarterback that much. And people tend to, when they're talking shit about him, they tend to leave that out. You don't understand where he came from and how he's used to playing. You've seen the best version of that quarterback when he was in RPOs. All of a sudden, you're asking him, and it's just like we always say, kids. We say it all the time, trying to fit a square piece into a round hole. You know what I mean? Just morph to what the guy do, what he does. Forget your system. Do what he does best, and you got a good team. Quit fucking making it difficult.
Well, it's not the team, and I'm not even sure if they're real. Like Jameis came out there and he lit it up. Did Jameis throw a whole bunch of pick sixes? Yeah, that's what Jameis does. You know what I mean? Just to quantify that. But at the end of the day, I think this is Deshaun's confidence that we're talking about more so than his capability. I don't think Deshaun Watson has confidence in his abilities on a football field any longer. And I think that's where this story begins and ends. So if he can find his confidence again, if Stella can get her groove back, maybe he's the guy. Because I'm telling you right now, Jerry Jeudy's a special wide receiver. He's fantastic. And if he can spark up, if those two guys can spark up some sort of a relationship there, some damage can be done. But good Lord, I think it's all squarely rooted in this guy's confidence.
All right. I got a couple more things to ask. Have you ever heard of linebacker Juwan Bentley?
No.
He was a Patriot up until like 24 hours ago. I don't know if it happened, might have happened yesterday, but I don't know, man. Juwan Bentley is a dog linebacker. I watched him when he was coming out of Purdue. He has a lot of he reminds me a lot, to be quite honest with you, with looking at Noah Sewell's tape. And he was a dog when he got into the league. He fit the system. They let him play downhill. They had him playing in space a little bit too, but it's confusing to me. I don't know. Maybe he's at a point where he wanted some money or something. I mean, he was only playing for like $3 or $4 million last year, but he finds himself out there now. His dimensions, it fits pretty much exactly what Dennis would want for a linebacker. But I seriously doubt that they grab him, because maybe they need to. The more linebackers they bring in here, the less chances that Noah Sewell ever sees the field. But he is a Dennis Allen type linebacker.
What's his measurables? Do you know?
About 6'2", 250.
Okay. Yeah, that fits the bill for Dennis Allen at the linebacker position. I don't know. I do expect to see a couple more linebackers wind up on this team. I'll have to say that now. I do expect to see a couple more. And I do expect there to be a real competition at that position, strictly because of the capital put into Noah Sewell. I'm not sure if he's going to You know what I mean? I don't know. I have no confidence in whether he's going to rise to the occasion in that respect or not. I haven't seen anything. So I can't say that I'm confident that he will. I'm much more confident in Ayman Agbagbamiga, which says a lot, right? Like that's saying quite a bit. That means that he's been out there on special teams doing the darn thing in a bigger way than Noah Sewell has been. Hasn't been, the victim of healthy scratches over the course of the last couple of seasons. So I don't know. We'll have to see, but I think they're going to make that competition a bit more realistic. But I don't think they're going to spend big money on it. You know what I mean? So I feel like maybe they'll bring in a couple of UDFAs to battle it out.
$3-4 is what it probably costs to get Jawan Bentley, but
how much?
$3 to $5 million.
Okay, yeah.
He's look, and I keep saying this over and over again. Noah Sewell should be one of the happiest people in that building, because what Dennis Allen wants fits his who he is. You know what I mean? As a linebacker, it caters to his strengths: getting downfield, running, tackling, instead of being in space and cover. That's the difference, man. It's almost like Dennis Allen inherited a situation where he got an extra piece of draft capital because limited usage with Noah Sewell. It's like having another draft pick, almost. You know what I mean? Noah Sewell is gently used merchandise, pretty much.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. So like I'm saying, I think there's going to be some level of competition for that specific role, and may the best man win, right? My money and heart is behind Ayman Agbagbamiga, because I saw him playing last year, and I thought he earned himself a shot at that full-time role. That's where my headspace is. Noah Sewell has been blessed with the actual fact that the Bears invested in him. You know what I mean? Like he's a fairly decent a fairly decent amount of draft capital was put in to bring him onto this team. Whereas I believe Ayman was either a late round pick or UDFA, right? So
Jahad Campbell.
There's another one too. Yeah,
that would blow people away if they pick Jahad Campbell with that first pick or so. And unless you watch Jahad Campbell play and know how capable and versatile that guy can be, you wouldn't understand what we picked the linebacker. Why would we pick him?
Wow, that's real talk. I was going to say that now. Like, that's crazy talk,
Yeah, you got to watch the tape. Creature
coach. No, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jelon Walker is also very good too.
Mm-hmm.
Or Jalen Walker. I'm not sure how they're pronouncing it, but end of the day, when Poles got here and basically got rid of Roquan Smith, he's kind of saying like an off the ball linebacker is not really what we should be investing our money into. So and here we are, right? So I don't think they should be. Given what they've told me, you know what I mean, told us all, I don't think they should be looking at a linebacker with the 10th pick or in the first round at all. Like that would be a huge waste of time.
Mr. Charles, who are you referring to? He says it baffles me how many players measurables are commented on more than the talent so far as them making this team. Wonder who you're talking about.
I'm not sure, but I definitely asked you for measurables on somebody a minute ago. I think it was Abdul.
Bentley or Abdul Carter.
I think it was Abdul Carter that I was asking for.
What's up? I think this is Naj. My guy, the Naj with the wrench up in here. He's immortal this week.
All right. What it do, Notch? What's popping, brother? Yeah, like I say, measurables seem to be important to Ryan Poles. I'm just putting that out there now. If we're talking about talent, if you're in the top 30 picks of this draft, we're talking about some talented individuals almost across the board. Who's super talented? generally these guys in the upper echelon of this draft. But what I found in this particular draft and why I'm leaning more towards measurables than talent to some degree is because the top 80 picks in this draft are very talented human beings, right? And I might push that up to 150. There's some real talent to be found a little bit further back than the upper echelon of the first round here. You know, guys like Kenneth Grant, who folks are talking about, guys like Josh Connerly and Landon Jackson and Quinshawn Judkins and Travion Henderson. Like there's a lot of guys who are going to fall in and around pick number 45 to pick number 80 that are very, very, very talented. So my question really is much more so, do they fit what these guys really look for as coaches, as GMs? And you know, when it comes to a guy like Will Campbell, we have a bit of a track record looking at what Ryan Poles has drafted at the position, because he's drafted 2 players already at left tackle, and both of them have crazy arms.
Real quick, let me swerve this conversation. My guy Nods, he says, "Yo, I got oral surgery tomorrow.
Oh no,
getting 10 teeth pulled and getting upper dentures." Let me give you a little tip, Notch. For a little while, man, you should make it do with your wife, man. She gonna appreciate you for a little while, Notch. Until you get the other choppers in, man, you're gonna be the man around there. You gonna tell you, man, just make it do what it do, homeboy. Make it work. But hey, shout out to Notch. I was just kidding around, man. Hey, good luck with that tomorrow. Hopefully, you know, because I always say, man, anytime you go down in a surgery, hopefully you're not getting going to sleep. You know, there's always a chance people don't get up from that, man. You know, people don't think about that. But shout out to Nod knocking on wood for you right now.
Oh, I was just about to say, I hope they knock you out, bro. I hope they knock you out, because I wouldn't want. Like I had all 4 of my wisdom teeth pulled at the same time, and they're like, "Yeah, we're just gonna do it, and we'll give you like some painkillers and maybe some local anesthesia." And I was like, "Bruh, no, man, you're gonna knock me out." He's like, "No, we're not gonna do that." It's like, "Yes, you are, or I'm gonna knock you out." Like that's basically what's gonna happen. If I catch you digging in my mouth, I might throw, you know what I mean? I might throw a fist at you. So it's in both of our best interests that
your wife's gonna love you. Nah, I'm just gonna say that, man. She's gonna love you for a little while at least, man. So don't be in a rush to get them upper choppers. All right. So Minister Charles says, I'm speaking overall. He says, we'll say, oh, this player is exactly what Dennis Allen wants, as if that's the requirement for them making a team. I want to see it on NFL tape. You trying to criticize me, Minister Charles? Again?
He totally took a shot at you, and I love it.
I don't understand. Minister Charles has been this way for like a month. What the fuck is your problem, cuz?
I'm giving him plus.
He constantly after me. Like, I can't say a goddamn thing on that show without Minister Charles criticizing.
You know what? I'm giving Minister Charles dap for that one. That was a good shot. Good shot.
Oh man! So all right,
you're talking up Noah Sewell, and he's saying, I don't know, I need to see it on film, and I'm kind of with him there.
I look at too much film, Minister Charles,
but you're watching film, right? Like this is where things go a little bit different. He went back and he watched the college film on Noah Sewell, and he feels that he could be impactful. I ain't seen it in the NFL, so I can't speak to it. So that's the dichotomy.
Totally understandable, but you know, I understand where y'all coming from. I'm just trying to get y'all to understand my way of thinking. That's all. 2 different ways of thinking. All right, so one last question before we let the No Maniacs tear it up. Nick Chubb is circulating, man, as an option for us. Let me just not take the meat off the bone. Let you have a bite right at it, man. What do you think, Nick Chubb, the Chicago Bear?
I need to do some work here. I need to do some work. So I like the general idea.
You looking for some stats to make a point.
No, I don't need stats. Like I don't need stats on Nick Chubb at all. What I do need is numbers, as in salary. Like, what is Nick Chubb looking for by way of a contract?
More important than that, what do you want? Like I've already made my mind up as to what Nick can bring to this team, and I think he's plays a more supporting role. He can't be the feature guy at this point, in my opinion.
Well, you're just saying that because of his injury history, right?
I mean, the guy has no cartilage in his knees, man. And I looked at his tape before we watched the show. I looked at his 2024 stuff. He doesn't have the same thrust in those legs. But he can still get it done. He can still get it done. I'm not taking anything from him.
Okay, like his market value is actually palatable. It's a little bit more than, like, it's a little bit more, almost twice as much as most of the other running backs available right now. But again, I can't sit here and say that any one of these running backs has the cachet that comes with Nick Chubb. Now, is he really the same guy that he was a couple of years ago after this surgery? I don't know.
I see he wants to give him $2 million. Woo, Ron, you vicious, man. $2 million?
Minimum vet deal, $2 million. See, like that would be cool with me, but he's probably closer to about 35, like 3.5. That's just the reality here. And
that's vicious, man. $2 million for Nick Chubb. That's vicious.
Nah, yeah, it's tough.
Marlon, you can't see the chat either. That's the second person that says that. Refresh your page. Best thing I don't know what to say to that, kids.
Hold on. I can see it. There's the answer to that one. So gotta be your page or feed or what have you. Make sure you've selected chat. Sometimes you can sort of click off of it and select other things. But yeah, I have it loaded up right here, and I can definitely see the chat going through. So there's that. But yeah, I don't, you know what I mean? It really, those are the things that I would think of right away, because I know at this present time, the Bears can't have a lot by way of cap space, and I'm going to confirm what that looks like right now for the world, if you don't mind.
Oh, Mr. Charles says, make sure he's not watching on your channel like he was.
Okay. Well, that would make sense. Yeah, you're gonna get less. You're gonna get less of the chat if you're on my feed. So let me see. So Marlon said it. Marlon is on my feed. Marlon, jump over to the other feed. You'll get more of the chat.
Yeah, you won't see a chat on his feed because nobody.
Yeah, so I got Minister Charles and I got Marlon in this chat here, and that's all I got. But make sure you like before you leave. Wipe your feet.
That's right. All right. So, all right, kids. So we will let you pick who the staff will be.
All right, we'll run that down. I just
come first, and Derek Guy was here first, I believe. So he gets to be polled, and you set it. You set the table for whoever is whatever.
Okay, so to start things out, Bears, according to Spot Track, have about $17 million worth of cap space left over. So, I were them, I probably wouldn't be making any more moves. Maybe one move.
What are we talking about here?
I'm just talking about overall cap space for the Chicago Bears at this present time.
There we go, Marlon. You in there?
All right. There you go.
I was wondering why I didn't see him as a super nomaniac. I'll say.
Yeah, that would explain that too. But Minister Charles probably got both of them loaded up because he was up here as a super nomaniac before, wasn't he?
Oh, no.
Let me just see. Yeah.
All right, so we got Derek Guy's polls. We need Ben Johnson. Who was the next guy? I think that was Minister Charles.
So hold on a minute now. Are we going to do the top 10 first?
We're going to do the super nomaniacs get the 4 front office spots, and then we'll pick nomaniacs to do the top 9 teams so they can make it.
All right, I got it.
Makes sense.
I'm with it. So Derek, guys, Ryan Poles.
Mr. Charles was the second Super No Maniac, right?
Minister Charles is the number 2 No Maniac in the building, so he can be. Feel free to select whether you are Dennis Allen or
who's the third guy?
The number 3. So Derek, Minister Charles.
Smitty Q says he won't sing. We'll get you on the team.
It should be Joseph Archer if Joseph Archer is still kicking around.
He popped in last time and bounced.
I know.
Let's get somebody else unless he pops up.
So either Joseph Archer or potentially King Booker World would be the next guy on the. Oh, hey, Aldo's out there with us tonight, man.
Aldo's in there? Where?
I just here we go.
What up, Aldo?
I wouldn't be surprised if Post took a Tory Taylor type player at 10. Yeah, Aldo. That's exactly what we're hoping he does not do. No.
Eric is being generous, man. He's passing the ball. He passed the rock to you, Marlon. He's trying to give you the Ryan Poles role. You want it, Marlon? It's yours.
So there's Marlon. There is King Booker World as well. Naj is with us. I got no problems with any one of those 4 guys or all of those 4 guys as we go.
Do what Naj says. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up, man. So what say you, Marlon? You want to get that Poles role? It's all yours. You ain't got a chance to do it yet. I don't believe.
No, he hasn't done a draft yet.
They said that's not really Aldo.
It's fake Aldo Gandia.
Damn, we got some budgets out here.
Fake Aldo Gandia. Damn.
Budgets. Marlon is in. So Marlon is now Ryan Poles. Derek Guy, you get to have your choice. Who you want to be.
All right. So we've got ourselves a Ryan Poles. We've got a Dennis Allen. Do we need anybody else?
Derek Guy.
Need a Ben Johnson.
We got Ben Johnson. That's Minister Charles.
All right, cool. So I think we're good to go. We got offense, defense, and the GM.
Unless somebody wants to be Ian Cunningham, you can be that. Take it if you want it.
All right. So we'll leave it at those 3. So those are our main 3. You guys will be selecting for the Chicago Bears. All
right. So Smitty Q definitely said he wanted to be a picker in the draft. He said, give him a team.
Give him a team. All right. So we've got. We're gonna roll with the top 10 teams here as opposed to all 32.
Who's picking first?
First pick is Tennessee Titans. Who out there in the chat wants to be Tennessee?
Just give it to Smitty. He asked for it.
Smitty Q, you're Tennessee. I should jot this down somewhere. Bear with me for a minute.
Who's second? Cleveland or somebody?
So
Ron C wants a team.
It's Tennessee. Ron C. You can be Cleveland Browns.
Illy wants a team.
Who does?
Illy
Jones.
I'm writing it down, so you go ahead.
Okay.
Illy got who's Illy got? The 3rd team. Who's that?
New York.
The Giants.
NYG.
Who is that? Illy.
Yeah. Big Al, you want a team, Big Al?
Big Al, you can have one. Just call it out if y'all want one. Anybody that wants a team in the first 9 picks, we got what? We got 6 more picks?
Yeah, so Jacksonville is up there.
Or we'll have to just draft them ourselves. Vizzo Joe says he'll take the Raiders. What pick is that?
Okay, that's number 6.
All right, appreciate that, Vizzo.
These are Raiders.
All right. Big Al says he wants to be the Bears.
Well, we already got the Bears, bro. We already got the Bears. So you can be any of the other top 10 picks available. What we have left over is Where are we? We've got Jets, Panthers, Saints, and Jacksonville.
Ron C said he'll take another team. Step on up. So you can get whoever number 4 is, Ron C. Who's number 4 pick?
Number 4 pick is the New England Patriots.
New England. Ron C gets 2 picks. Okay, number 5. Who we got at 5, kids?
So the 5th pick is the Raiders. 6th pick is, or am I wrong?
The Raiders. You already got 6. Vizzo got 6.
Raiders is 6. Pick number 5 is Jacksonville.
Okay. I thought Jacksonville.
Okay, Smitty's saying he'll take the Saints too.
What number is that?
Number 9.
Gotta keep an eye on the chat. I'm writing.
Okay. Oh, Paul Rodriguez will do Jacksonville. Perfect, Paul. Thank you, sir.
Paul got Jacksonville.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Top 6 are gone. We've got 7 and 8 left over.
Who's 7?
Team number 7 is the Jets. So we've got Jets and the Panthers.
Jets and Panthers. Somebody grab those.
Mr. Mayhem, you want a team, brother?
Fizzo Joe wants Carolina. Where are they picking it?
Carolina is number 8.
Smitty is ready to grab the Jets if nobody grabs it. So he'll be picking twice. So we gonna.
Smitty he's already picking twice. So Smitty got Tennessee and Saints.
So is Ron C.
Ron C got Cleveland and New England. Bare Truth, you want Saints?
The Panthers are there. Who said that they wanted Carolina? I saw somebody ask for that.
So Joe Vizzo is saying, yeah, Ken Kong, you can grab one. Ken Kong, I'll give. Do you mind taking the Jets? The Jets or the Panthers?
Illy's trying to get in there, but he got one. You can get another one if Ken Kong doesn't want it. You can grab the Jets if Ken doesn't want it. Okay, he'll take the Jets. Ken Kong says he'll take it. All right, so let me read what I got.
Oh, there's Triple R.
There's a man of the hour, too sweet to be sour.
Oh, okay, Mr. T Ford. Will you take the Panthers for us, brother?
No. Vizzo got that. He asked for that.
No, Vizzo's already got 2 though, doesn't he?
No, he don't.
No, he's only got.
You thinking about Ron C?
I'm thinking about Ron C and Smitty.
All right, so far we got Marlon Johnson as polls. Minister Charles is at Ben Johnson, I believe, and Dennis Allen is Derek Guy, right? Is that what you got, kids?
Yep.
Okay, so the first pick Tennessee is Smitty Q. Second pick Cleveland is Ron C. Third pick is New York. That's Illy Jones. Fourth pick is New England, Ron C. Fifth pick is Jacksonville, Paul Rodriguez. Sixth pick is the Raiders. That's Vizzo Joe. Seventh pick is the Jets. That's King Kong. Eighth pick is the Panthers. Vizzo Joe again.
No, 8th pick is actually. Sorry, you messed something up here.
What'd I mess up?
So 8th pick is the Panthers. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's Vizzo.
Okay,
he asked for
my bad. So Vizzo Joe just gave it up to Mr. T Ford.
To who? Mr. T got that?
Mr. T Ford, yeah.
All right. I think I got him. What up, Trips? What's going on, baby boy?
What's happening, y'all?
What's popping, my brother? What are you saying?
Man, I was doing some editing, and it was like, hey, let me turn on Nomad at night, see what these fools talking about. Comps and stuff. And tune in, and the Nomaniacs talking about we want to play. And it's like, let me get in here what y'all talking about. Let's see what y'all doing. And it's almost April 1st, so only another 3 weeks of this bullshit.
I know, man. It seemed like it's gonna take forever though, man. But you got to be creative with the content. Just letting them get interactive, man. That's one of the things we do over here. You know that, Trips. We try to get more interactive than everybody else.
Word.
Everybody get a piece. You know what I mean?
Word.
So Big Al, at some point you kind of said you just wanted to be the Bears. If you want a team, there's two teams who are rocking two folks who are rocking two teams. I don't mind switching you out for one of them just so you can participate as well. That would be either. So Ron C has Cleveland and New England. Smitty Q's got Tennessee and the Saints. I would put up their later picks, so that's either New England or the Saints for you. Do either of those teams work for you, Big Al?
So
let me know in the chat.
He thought he was the Jets. The Jets are King Kong, you said, right?
Yeah, Ken Kong got the Jets.
All right. So it seems like everybody that wanted something got something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it.
All right.
So let's get it cracking, man. It's up to you, kids. You can get it going, get this machine cooked up, and you got to select at least 9 other teams. So the first 9 guys you got to make sure we select, and everybody get their shot. So the first person up is going to definitely be Smitty Q for Tennessee. Make it realistic, you guys. Realistic as possible. Don't try to fix it so the Bears get what we
New York Giants, Saints.
Let's be realistic about it.
All right, so Smitty, you are what's that team? Did you say the Giants? Who's number 1?
That is
Tennessee. All right, so Smitty, you're the general manager of the Tennessee Titans. Who's the first draft prospect you are taking to turn around that organization? Are you sticking with mayonnaise at quarterback? Are you going with the Janty, the next level running back? What are you doing, Smitty Q? You're on the clock, sir. You are on the clock.
You got your drop ready, kids?
Almost. Just making sure I got the right amount of teams here. I'm missing Jacksonville.
Smitty, you on the clock.
2, 3.
You on the clock in a few minutes anyway, as soon as Kids gets done.
2, 3, that's 9. I'm missing a team here somewhere. Oh, Cleveland. There we go. Okay, cool.
Still, you ain't shared your screen yet.
Oh, I got a whole bunch of things to do. So
probably need to get some of that shit off.
He don't want to share the wrong screen.
Yeah, it got too much shit going on.
All kinds of stuff cracking here. But there we go. There's that. We're gonna fire this puppy up momentarily, and before we do, we will do this.
Just don't fuck with that ad.
Hey, kid, you did something before that you made your screen bigger.
Yeah, I'm not doing that today.
Okay.
If I can, I will, but it makes it much harder for me to navigate.
Oh, okay. Right on.
You know.
All right. What is the? Well, we're gonna let Smitty. Hopefully, you guys, everybody that's picking for one of these teams, hopefully you guys don't get too crazy, man. Let's be realistic about it.
All right. So here we go.
Yeah, and we got to go by house rules. So house rules.
Right off the bat, who's up first? Smitty Q. Smitty Q as the Tennessee Titans. You got an offer from the Pittsburgh Steelers to fly all the way back to pick number 21. They're giving up all kinds of stuff. I think this is probably the worst number 1 trade offer I've ever seen. They give you 21, 83, 1, 2, 3, and next year's 2nd and 3rd. There isn't a first-round pick next year included in this. I would flush this so fast. So I'm going to hide it. If you're going to say that you want it, let me know. We will fire that puppy back up.
All right. So you was a little early on the drop because he didn't make a pick yet.
Yeah, I moved the OnlyFans there, Richard. It's on the other monitor now.
So you got to pay for that, don't you?
Somebody does.
People actually do that, man.
I mean, I ain't knocking the hustle or nothing. If that's how you want to get paid. But as somebody who can just pull up like what is it, Red Hub, YouPorn, Pornhub, RedTube. You know what I mean? You only need it for like 2-3 good minutes, and then it's like, get this disgusting shit off of my screen.
Wow.
All right. Hey, so from now on,
time frame,
we'll take the pick now, Smitty Q. But from now on, everybody that's making a pick, just say the pick is in, then put the name in. So the pick is in. He just made the selection.
Yeah. Oh, how did I miss it?
Right there.
Oh, there it is. Oh, you said we taking Cam Ward? Oh, okay. Let's get you get the darn thing. With the first selection.
Hit with the first pick in the NFL. Go ahead, hit it up, Trips.
With the first pick in the NFL draft 2025. There it is. Tennessee Titans select quarterback from Miami, Cameron Ward.
That is the most likely pick, to be honest with you. So
it's one that makes most sense.
Smitty Q, that makes a lot of sense.
Who's popping now? So our guy Ron C. What it do, Ron C? What do you think for the Cleveland Browns? Let us know. Let me know what to select here.
Ron C. from Cleveland is now on the clock.
Ron C. What's it gonna be?
The dog pound is waiting on you, homie. Oh, there it is, right there. The pick is in.
The whole darn.
The pick is in.
All right, and with the number 2 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select
Mr. Travis Hunter. All right.
I can't see what happened. Oh, Colorado. Wait, what am I looking at here? Oh, you got trades up.
That's kids. You got too much shit going on. You got to hide that.
Yeah, wait. Pull the trays off for a second.
What am I hiding?
You got to
trades.
But do you not want? Does he not want to look at this trade? Maybe.
Hold on. I ain't even announced the last goddamn pick yet.
Whoa! He didn't. He got to say you're moving too fast, kid. He got to say the pick.
Thank you, honey. Number 2 selection in the 2025 draft. The Cleveland Browns select Colorado cornerback Travis Hunter.
So you're telling me I'm moving too fast, but the homie wrote the entire thing for you in the chat and left it there. I put it up and you pulled it down.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I'm just making sense of the world.
Let the man be Michael Buffer. And
I'm not stopping. Hey, buffer it up. All right. So we've got Travis Hunter going to the Cleveland Browns. Number 3 pick here goes to our guy Illy Jones. He's the New York Giants. Illy, what it do? Let me know what you're looking at, my friend.
Illy Jones from New York is now on the clock.
Oh, the Giants would like to trade back no later than 15. Oh, okay.
Whoa,
so Seattle is offering 18, 50, 52, second and a third. That is clearly after 15. Oh, this might work out, except it's your vaunted rivals. You know what I'm saying? So this is 12-44. A second and a third in 2026 from the Dallas Cowboys. Arizona's pretty darn close to where you want to be, Illy Jones.
Nice. That's nice right there.
Pick 16, 47, 78, and an Arizona second. To be honest with you, this is probably the best one here, but I'll let you make that. Is that Buffer or Fluffer? I'll let you make that decision.
Hey now.
Bazinga.
All right, you're on the clock. Who is that? Illy on the clock? Yep.
That's a hell of an offer right there from Arizona, though.
There he is. He wants to trade. He wants to trade with the Cardinals.
So he's traded with the Cardinals. The Cardinals have selected Abdul Carter with the number 3 pick. And when we make selections around here, this happens. Cool. So up next, we've got the homie Ron C in the place to be again. Ron C.
What it be? With the New England Patriots, you are on the clock, my guy.
My boy. My guy.
This better. This is a better situation than sitting here watching us do it all the time. This is
this is just usually this flies on through. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
It's cool. At least we get to have a little bit of fun.
There it is already. There's a pick.
Put it up.
Hit your thing first.
You hit the thing. And with the number 4 pick, the New England Patriots, Ron C. Select Will Campbell, offensive tackle, LSU.
That is a very likely pick for them. They would go to the trenches.
I agree. You know what I mean? Protect that young up and coming quarterback. That's what you need to do, New England. Well done.
I like
the Jaguars are on the clock.
That is Vizzo Joe with the Raiders.
No, that's Paul Rodriguez as Jacksonville. Raiders are next.
Paul, you on the clock, my guy. Hey, this is where you're ready to get interesting for those Genty fans, because y'all got to be honest now. What would they do right about now? They running back situation is terrible. What would they do? Paul Rodriguez wants to know about a trade offer. Any trade offers?
Okay, let's look at this. The Raiders. Oh, Jacksonville gonna trade? So Jacksonville, you got an offer from the Cincinnati Bengals, $17.49, a second and a third. Not a terrible offer from the Bengals. The Cowboys are looking to come up again, 12 and 44. They are not your vaunted rivals, so it makes a bit more sense. Except Miami's offering similar things and a second next year, so 13 and 48 and a Miami second in 2026. Lastly, pick number 18, 50, and 52 in this year's draft from the Seattle Seahawks. What are you thinking of?
Who can it be now? Who can it be now?
I knew I seen them lyrics somewhere. I heard them lyrics. I was like, "What is that, man? That's a song."
Oh, it's like name that too.
Who can it be knocking at my door? That's a jam, bro.
Seattle offer. He wants the Seattle offer.
He moves out and
trade backs going on in the first handful of picks. What? What?
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
And what did they do?
All right, so the Raiders are on the clock now. Who we got for the Raiders there, sir?
Let's see who the pick was, man.
So Vizzo Joe. Sorry, and the pick was.
If you hide that, we can see it.
Sorry, it's hidden.
So pick number 5, the Seattle Seahawks select Armand Membu, offensive tackle, Missouri.
There you go.
Man, Membu, man, he went way up.
So on the board, you still got Mason Graham, Genty, Will Johnson, Shedeur Sanders.
So the next team up is the New York Jets.
Ted McMillan.
And that is Mr. King Kong is on the clock.
No.
I take that back.
No, the Raiders.
The Raiders.
My bad. Now that's Vizzo Joe.
Yeah.
The Raiders need a whole lot of stuff.
Vizzo, you still there, bro? I haven't seen you in a couple.
Let's see. See the Raiders, then the Jets, then the Panthers. Then who's at 9? Pick number 9.
Saints.
The Aints.
Oh, there it is. The pick is in. There you go, kids.
Like, and that's not crazy either.
All right. Did it play? That's number 6. The Las Vegas Raiders select Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders.
The Raiders.
That is one of the more realistic. I literally can see Shedeur playing on that team for Tom Brady. I literally can see that.
So I'm gonna say some stuff. Like Dion gonna be in a room just smashing stuff, and there's still nobody to throw to in Las Vegas. So there's also that factor. But hey,
if King Kong wants to look at some offers, he's got the next pick.
All right, Ken. Let's see what you got.
The Jets are on the clock. Jets. Jets.
Not terrible there. So San Francisco's looking to come down from pick number 11. They're offering you the 11th pick, 43, and pick number 160 for pick 7. That's not bad. Next offer here is Buffalo going right to the back of the first round. Pick number 30, 56, 62 are on the trade block, along with a second rounder and a fourth rounder for next year.
He wants the San Francisco offer.
Wants the San Fran offer. All right. I can't argue with that.
Nah, you can't.
What happens? This is oops.
All right, and I was a little premature with that. That's the only time that has ever happened. All right, so at number 7, San Francisco 49ers select defensive tackle out of Michigan, Mason Graham.
Oh,
That's a Frisco pick too, boy.
all right. So we got
On the board at number 8, who's that? The Carolina Panthers.
And that is Mr. T. You still with us, Mr. T? Give us a thumbs up
Ford.
there. I haven't seen you in a minute. Give me a thumbs up, bro.
Let us know what you want to do, Mr. T. You got the Carolina Panthers. If you ain't around,
Somebody be ready to pick up the slack if Mr. T ain't here.
there he is. Trades. He's looking for trades. So here's the first one. Baltimore offering pick number 27, 59, 91, a second and a third next year. There's also the Atlanta Falcons with pick number 15 and 46 for your 8th pick. Not a bad offer. This one's probably better. Pick number 19, 53, and 84 for pick number 8. What are your thoughts there, Mr. T? Or do you want to select something on the board here?
I pity the fool.
I like the options he's got.
Yeah.
Carolina.
My prediction for the fight. Pain.
Realistically, I can see Ashton Gentry.
Falcons trade, he says.
He wants the Falcons trade. They trying to figure out.
And in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons at number 8 select cornerback from Michigan, Will Johnson.
I think they're trying to set it. They're trying to fix the board so you can get Genty. Whoever. I think that's you, Marlon Johnson. They expect you to take Genty. I think they're trying to set it up. Oh.
So who's got the Saints?
Ellie calling bullshit.
Hey, so the Saints is Smitty Q. Smitty Q's got this pick. You are on the clock, Smitty. On the clock.
Let's see. Genty, Ted McMillan, Shamar Stewart, Tyler Warren.
Let me see. Smitty Q says, what are the offers? Check it out. Vic just busted up in this piece.
So Green Bay is asking to jump up in front of the Chicago Bears. Wonder why.
FGB.
Pick number 23 and 54 and a Green Bay second. The Detroit Lions are offering to jump up in front of the Chicago Bears. Pick number 28, 60, 102, Detroit second for your 9 and 254 selections. The Bengals are offering pick 17 and 49 as well for your straight up for your 9.
And we'll next time we'll do that. No trades for the first 9 picks. We'll do that next time. They had that. We didn't put the rules in place, so they got that prerogative right now.
And
Wait a minute. No, it's not it. It's not it. That's Smitty. I thought Big Al was it.
Yeah.
That's one of them old ass shows my grandma used to watch.
Let's make a deal, bro.
Let's make a deal.
Man.
Hey man, I give you this $500 or what's in this box right over there. big ass box, or this cash right here. Which one you want?
He said, hey, there you go. Smitty Q's just made a decision here.
Oh. 17 and 49. In the 2025 draft, I cannot see it. The Cincinnati Bengals select wide receiver from Arizona, Ted McMillan, on the clock at number 10, the Chicago Bears.
Does that even make sense, y'all?
None.
They have Jamar Chase. They just paid T. Higgins.
They just fucked up the algorithm making all these trades.
That's just crazy.
They don't make no sense whatsoever.
All right, Ryan Poles. You are on the clock, Ryan Poles. Where you at?
There you go, Marlon. You on the clock. Marlon, now don't forget, man. Consult with your staff, man. Best you can. If they're not talking to you, then you have to not consider them and make the move, but consult with your people, man. I'll just encourage you to do that.
Here's the trade offers.
14 and 45 from the Indianapolis Colts. Like I say, that's like a very regular pick.
Kids, this is the second time I'm getting people asking us to do it over with no trades.
Well, yeah, after we get through this one, we're right here. Well, we just want to stop and just start over?
Green Bay wants to trade, and they want some fleecery. They want a little extra on top of it, 10 and 240 for their 23, 54, and Green Bay second. There's also the Lions, who are throwing everything but the kitchen sink at us to get up here. Pick number 28, 60, 102, a Detroit second, and a Detroit third in the following season in 2026. Let me know if any of these trades make any sense to you. I think this one makes the most sense because the other two are with division rivals. But that's just me. I'm a jerk. What do you think, Marlon?
Hey, give them, you guys, come on, make sure Minister Charles and
Minister Charles just chirped up. He's saying pick.
He likes to trade with Indy.
Yeah, he likes the Indy trade. I kind of do as well.
Derek Guy does too.
Derek Guy likes the Indy trade too. So there's your. That's
now,
your
just
people.
so you know, on the board right now, we have the option to get Genty, Shamar Stewart, Tyler Warren, Calvin Banks, Jalen Walker, Mekhi Starks, Michael Williams.
So there's your answer, kids. He likes the Colts.
Wait up, play the music.
Looks like it's becoming unanimous there. Feel free to make your selection as you see fit, Marlon Johnson. You've conferred with Ryan Poles. You've conferred with Ben Johnson and Dennis Allen. They also like that Indianapolis pick.
I mean,
yes, you can, Nodge. You're fully allowed. You got
one of Genty, but he took the trade back. I think the trade back is Indianapolis.
Andy, did you take it, kids?
I did not. I didn't see take the trade back, but I will do that.
I thought I just saw
trade. Okay, Indy trade.
Head coach, D coordinator. He listened to him and they traded back.
Okay. Now you're damn well selecting Ashton Genty.
Who's on the board?
For me, that's the best scenario that could possibly happen.
Jets on the board. Who are the Jets that traded back?
Oh, my bad.
You're going to get a chance to do yours. We know you want Genty.
Genty's gone. He's good.
Oh, Genty's still there.
So that not for long. So the Jets are somehow back on the board here because they've traded their way back to pick 11. So we've got our guy. Who is the Jets? Ken Kong. Ken Kong makes a selection here at pick number 11. There are some trades being offered from the Detroit Lions. Same exact offer they made the Bears, but they also want your
pick is in. Pick is in.
It's already in.
No hesitation.
Calvin Banks.
Wait, yeah, play the music. Play the music.
Hey, Rich Long said the running back did.
And with the 11th pick in the 2025 draft, the Jets select Calvin Banks, offensive tackle from a school.
Well, so much for the running back disrespect because
at number 12, Ashton Genty, running back Boise State, goes to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
And number 13, safety Malachi Starks from Georgia goes to the Miami Dolphins.
You're gonna be doing that a lot, kids.
yeah, I might get it a little bit annoying. So
And now the Bears are on the clock at 14.
what he said, Marlon Johnson, it's up to you and your team to select and or trade. Facts are there is no offer at this present time.
I already know they're gonna want to see what's on the board.
All right. Yeah, there we go. Shamar Stewart, edge for Texas A&M. Jalen Walker, linebacker, Georgia. Michael Williams, edge, Georgia. Scroll on down a little bit there, sir. Is that Matthew Golden, wide receiver, Texas. Tight end, Colston Loveland. Edge, James Pierce out of Tennessee. Derek Harmon's there, Nick Amenwari, and he's officially now my draft crush. Damn it.
Oh, okay.
Tyler Booker. Give me Amenwari. There it is. Crush on, baby.
No. He didn't make the pick. He just the coordinator said that's who he wants.
Who's making the pick?
So here we are. We've got Marlon Johnson saying he loves Michael Williams here. The minister Charles Johnson is saying trade back and make Amenwari work. That's the conversation. Unfortunately, there are no offers here. I don't think it's crazy to select him here anyways. So yeah, I'll leave that out there for you.
Big Al, man, you might have to consult Big Al, man. He says you left him out, kids.
How are you going to throw that at me? You're the I offered.
Hey, you the one that was well done, man. I ain't supposed to be doing it. It's supposed to be you.
Nicely played. Hey, it is what it is.
Hang around, Big Al. We get you in there. Hang around, dog. Don't go nowhere.
All right. So who's on the clock? What the hell we doing? Trapper's like, this is a trash ass draft.
I can't argue with that, but it is what it is. Who are you guys selecting? There are no trades on the docket. These are the guys that you have available: Shamar Stewart, Jalon Walker, Michael Williams, Matthew Golden, Colston Loveland, James Pierce Jr., Derek Harmon, Nick Amenwari.
Wait, he said get Amenwari in the next round. Yeah, I don't think so.
No chance.
I don't think he's there.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
It's a tough pick, man. It's a tough pick, but we got to make a pick. We got to make a pick. He's consulted with his staff.
It's starting to sound like Michael Williams. Where's our guy, Derek Guy? Any? Give me my weapon, Amenwari. So that's what he's saying. Marlon.
He's tight right now. I can tell you right now, he's tight. He's tight. I'll be tight too.
I know exactly what I would do here for sure, and I will just say it out loud. I would definitely pick Nick Amenwari.
Hey, Mr. Charles says he's with you. Ben Johnson says he's with you. Whatever you want.
Amenwari, right? Yeah, myself.
Who you want to do?
Who's making the pick? Who's on the clock? Let's go.
So it's Marlon Johnson. You give us a go.
Marlon?
We select. We'll take Michael Williams if that's where you're going.
He'll let us know here in a second. He'll let us know. You are playing with house money. Trapper vicious right now, boy. I tell you that. Hey. All right, Marlon. Let's look. We got to make a pick here. Got to make a choice. They're gonna like it or they're gonna hate it. Trust me, it's gonna be a little bit of both.
Sounds like everybody's with you with the microphone.
The pick is in, Holmes.
With the 14th pick in the 2020-25 draft, Chicago Bears select Michael Williams, edge,
Georgia.
From Georgia.
You gotta always take that. You gotta take that screen down.
Edge,
Sorry,
Georgia.
it pops up every time. That is if there is a trade available. All right, so we are now looking at
I do
the
think
Panthers.
I do think that is realistically, if they stay at 10, gonna be the pick.
Michael Williams?
I think so. I got a feeling.
Okay.
Wait till you see the comp I got for him.
Can't remember who had Carolina. Who had Carolina?
What up, Larry T? Just busted up in this piece.
Mr. T forward.
Dream Burns is busted up in here. Of course, Chopper Keeper. Welcome in, you guys. Let's keep it pumping.
So, Mr. T forward, you've got Carolina. There's a couple of offers here. 15 and your 15th pick and pick number 111 for pick 20 and 51. And Philadelphia Eagles are throwing the kitchen sink at you, 32, 64, 96 for pick 15 and a second in 2026. Up to you, sir. One more time, that's Mr. T Ford. Oh, looky there. Okay. All right. I see what you're cooking here, brother.
And with the 15th pick, the Jacksonville, what is that, Jaguars? No, Carolina Panthers select, what am I looking at? James Pierce Jr., Edge, Tennessee. New York Giants are on the clock at 16.
There we have it. New York Giants are on the clock. We've got
that is Illy Jones.
Illy Jones.
Illy, you still there? You got the pick, Holmes. I'd hate to be one of them right now. So many good players right now.
There are some offers here from both of the rivals of the North. 23 and 54 from the Packers for your 16 and your 154. There's also 28 and 60 and a second in the 2026 draft from the Detroit Lions straight up for your 16th pick. Sorry.
Illy, New York Giants select Omarion Hampton. Pick is in.
Oh, wow. Oh, you just killed us all. Damn, Illy. That hurt.
You gonna do your thing or no?
I guess I have to.
You don't have to.
And with the 16th pick, the New York Giants select Omarion Hampton, running back, North Kakalaka, Carolina. On the clock at 17, the New Orleans Saints.
And that is the Saints that's Smitty Q.
Yep, that's Smitty Q.
Smitty
Q. Pick number 32, 64, and a fifth from the Eagles is on the take if you want to trade out of your pick 17. If you want to make a selection here, you've got some good humanity on the board. Shamar Stewart, Jalon Walker, Matthew Golden, Colston Loveland. I did see how Jones took Hampton. That hurt. It did. And there was only one quarterback take. No, there's been two. Didn't Shador went? Shador went, and so did Cam Ward.
All right. Smitty, you on the clock, Holmes.
All right, the Saints select.
There you go.
The New Orleans Saints select. I can't see it.
Sorry.
Linebacker from Georgia, Jalen Walker at 17. And at 18, the Jaguars are on the clock.
And that is Paul Rodriguez, I believe.
That's correct.
Paul, you on the clock, Holmes. You on the clock, Holmes.
And you have an offer from
the very
Lions?
stereotypical Nomad. That's so fucked up.
What?
gotta dress him as SA.
No, Holmes.
Simon.
No, Holmes. Pick is in.
That's not even how he talks.
Duval.
And with the that went fast. And with that pick in the draft, the Jaguars select Nick Emenwari. Wow.
That hurts, man. Oh, that hurts.
All right, so we're at pick number 33. We've got the Cleveland Browns selecting, followed by the New York Giants.
Cleveland, that is Smitty. No, that's Ron C.
Ron C.
Ron C, you are on the clock, my guy. Make the dog pound proud.
I ain't no more trades.
Yeah, we got to go ahead and keep it moving. We just got to make picks. That's right, Trips, man. We just got to make picks.
Yeah, because before we couldn't do it because the first dude took a trade, so we got to make everybody now round.
There it is. And
there it is.
And the Cleveland Browns at 33 select Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle, Michigan, on the clock at 34. New York Giants.
New York Giants, that's Illy Jones. You are on the clock again, my guy. Ooh. But yeah, Mike Green's got to be tempting right there.
Walter Nolan ain't a bad selection there either.
No trades, man. Just like Paul says, no trades. We got to keep it moving and grooving. No more trades. Rip Simpkins says, no way Williams is a better pick than Grant. What Williams? You talking about Tyleek or who we talking? What Williams?
Michael?
Or Michael Williams.
Or Michael.
Yeah, I'd argue that. Ooh. There it is. There it is, right there.
Okay.
And the New York Giants select defensive tackle out of Ole Miss, Walter Nolan, at 34. At 35 on the clock, Tennessee Titans.
That should be Smitty Q.
I think they needed that player since number 99 left. I can't think of what his name is right off the top of my head, but he went to Seattle about a year or so ago. They've been struggling at that 3-tech spot. There it is. Wait a minute. Who's next? Who's this? Who's the Tennessee Titans? That is Smitty.
Smitty Q.
Smitty Q, you are on the clock. Tennessee Titans select.
Pick is in.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep it pimping. Pick is in, kids.
The Tennessee Titans select at number 35, Donovan Jackson, offensive guard, the Ohio State University. On the clock, the Jacksonville Jaguars at 36.
So 36, we've got the Jacksonville Jaguars on the clock. What? Who's Jacksonville again?
Paul Rodriguez.
Good old Paul. What are you saying, Paul?
You are on the clock, Paul. Chris Foster just busted up in this thing. The pick is in.
At number 36, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Ariante Ursi, offensive tackle, Minnesota. Duval.
Well done.
On the clock at number 37, the Las Vegas Raiders.
The Raiders.
Who is the Raiders are?
Joey Vizzo.
Joe Vizzo?
Yeah.
Why don't I have that on my paper? Oh, there it is. Yeah, you're right.
Can I see running backs and receivers? He asks. Certainly you can. Here are your running backs. Oh,
For the record,
okay.
Big Perez, before you got here, they already got Shador Sanders. I think that was the pick.
Yeah. So Travion Henderson, Caleb Johnson, Quinshon Judkins, DJ Giddens, Cam Scatterbo, Rachel Tootin. If I go over to wide receiver for you, you're looking at Trey Harris, Jalen Noel, Jalen Royals, Isaiah Bond, Jaden Higgins, Jack Betch. A couple more guys further down.
The Bears got at 10. We got Michael Williams, I believe. Chris.
We traded back to 14 and then got what Mike
Yeah.
Williams. Yes.
My bad. We did trade back. Let's go. So who's on the clock here? Izzo?
Joe Vizzo, the Raiders. So I gave him a look at the wide receiver group, ran it down the line. Running back group.
There it is.
Had a feeling. Problem, Chicago Bears.
No, it ain't.
Just saying.
The Las Vegas Raiders at 37 select Travion Henderson, the Ohio State University running back. On the clock, New England Patriots at 38.
New England again is Ron C. You are on the clock, sir. I like these pickups. I like this, man. We probably shouldn't have done all them trades, but here we are.
It doesn't.
There it is. There's the pick.
Pick is already in. Oh wow, Ron C ain't playing around.
No, you can't get relaxed, kids.
What the heck is he?
All that butter chicken.
Oh yeah, you're right. I gotta stay on top of it because where is this guy?
The guard. Oh,
You go, man.
Too fast.
He's gone.
Well, if you slow down, I thought I saw him down there. There's a Tyler down there somewhere. Oh, that's Tyler
Cooper.
You got to get somebody else, Ron. He's gone. I don't know when he went.
He would have went with the remaining selection. So let's just do this. There he is.
Yeah.
He went to the Raiders.
Vikings.
All right, so we got to get another pick. If you want a guard, you got to look at the guards for him, I guess.
Well, considering that's where I am, we'll go up to the top.
Great pickup would be what's his name? Tate from Clemson, but that's just me. Marcus Tate or Miles Frazier would be a great pickup.
Willie Lumpler. So that's your offensive guards. I'll look at tackles too, because some of these guys will wind up playing guard, like this guy.
Who's this up on the board? Ron C. just made the pick.
Okay. Wyatt West, Virginia.
Wyatt Millam at the top.
Oh, West VA.
At pick number 38, the New England Patriots select Wyatt Millam, offensive guard, West Virginia. On the clock, the Chicago Bears at number 39.
All right, Marlon, get your team in a huddle. Let's make a pick here. It's going to be interesting what position they decide to go with here. What position? You already got an edge rusher. And this is our second pick, I believe.
Yep.
Minister Charles already got his order in. Let's see what they do here. What are we going to do?
Who's available?
Marlon wants either an offensive tackle or a defensive tackle with this pick.
He wants to go trenches. Kids, I guess he stepped away from the board for a moment. He'll be right back.
Yeah, Kids will be right back, Vic. Hang tight. He'll show you.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly, they want to look at offensive tackle and D tackle here. Marlon.
So Cam Williams, Josh Connerly, Jonas Avayanea, Marcus Bowe, Emory Jones, Holland Pierce, Anthony Belton a little bit further down. So that's what you're looking at for OT. And what was the other position? DT?
DT, yeah.
Deion Walker is just a massive piece of humanity. TJ Sanders is good too.
Yeah.
Darius Alexander, Alfred Collins, Omar Norman Lott.
Getting a lot of Josh Connerly from Oregon suggestions here.
What does all look like?
It may not mean anything to you, Marlon.
See, there's this is pick 39. The Bears pick again at 41.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody said check the safeties.
Well, Xavier Watts is right there. If you're talking about safeties, I'll go through
the pick is in. The pick is in.
Yep, there it is.
Okay.
At pick number 39, the Chicago Bears select offensive tackle from Oregon, Josh Connerly Jr.
Great.
On the clock at pick number 40, the New Orleans Saints.
That's Smitty Q.
the resident Huskies fan, Washington Huskies fan, he don't like them Ducks.
Duck Fizzle.
Minister Charles don't like it. He don't like it. He no like it.
Uh-oh. Dissension in the ranks.
Mutiny, sir.
Oh, jeez.
That's what old ass Mercedes Lewis walked into Ryan Pohl's office and said, "Our offensive coordinator, we declare mutiny, sir."
That's that shit that go on in the kitchen. Man, you ate my motherfucking chicken. I love my chicken. I know you ate it. Poop, poop, poop. Next thing you know, scrapping over some leftover chicken somebody left in there. It's going down in the household, in the Bears household. They pissed.
Mason Taylor jumped up. This is this new. I must have missed somebody pro day or something.
All right, so who's this on the clock? This is Saints.
This is Smitty Q with the New Orleans Saints.
Oh no, that's Mr. T.
No.
Yeah, I bet it is.
No, Mr. T is the Panthers. Smitty Q got the Saints.
Okay, you're right. My bus.
I know.
Yeah, my bus.
Wait, the Saints picked, right? Or is that is this their second pick or their first pick?
This is not their first. They picked at the 9 selection.
Did they take?
They actually traded out of the 9 selection and picked here.
Vegas throwing out a little tip for you guys. He says the Saints need cornerbacks.
Saints
the pick is in. The pick is in.
Where?
Looky here.
The New Orleans Saints at pick number 40 select safety from Notre Dame, Xavier Watts.
Javier.
On the board at number 41, the Chicago Bears.
I like where we're sitting. The pick is in. Nope. No, it ain't.
Well, he's saying it is. Let's see what it looks like.
Oh, y'all want to see my graph? Nope.
Oh, you guys are looking at peanut butter skin for real? Like I said, as long as his auntie shows up once for a couple games, I'm with it, man.
This early, y'all ain't seen Jalen Conyers yet. Y'all ain't doing your homework, no maniacs.
Let me see the players. So from top to bottom, Siobhan Ravel, Mike Green, Benjamin Morrison, if you're looking for a specific position, let me know. Jackson Dart, Cam Williams, Trey Harris, Mason Taylor, tight end, Jalen Milroe, quarterback, Carson Schwezinger, linebacker, Trey Amos, Jalen Noel, wide receiver, Jonas Avayanea, offensive tackle. You just got an offensive
He wants to
tackle.
see running back.
Landon Jackson, running back. Quinshawn Judkins is probably the top back there. Oh, Caleb Johnson is there, and then followed by Quinshawn Judkins. DJ Giddens, Cam Scatterbo. The minister's pounding the table for peanut butter skin. You have a selection again at pick 45.
Big bet. The way this drive is going, big Milroe.
Oh, man. That guy says Texas DT. Who's the DT he's talking about?
He's like Alfred Collins.
Yeah, she got those peanut butter little yummies. See those little toes?
What are you doing?
She definitely sexy, man.
What are you doing? You looking at Auntie?
She's so full of herself. Man, I listened to her one time.
She's
so
full of something else too.
Man, you don't want them problems. You don't want the 10-piece problems.
She got that little tattoo on her foot.
You don't want the 9-piece problems, bro. You better stay in the 7 and down range.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know them red bones. They all either crazy or crazy.
Look, those are exactly the type of problems I'm here for. I'm here for all those problems.
Hey, boy, you better enjoy your life, man. You don't want them.
In comparison, my life sucks. I'm just put it out there right now.
You get bad now. Fuck around with a dime.
Put that out there right now.
You better not.
I'm just saying.
Nice, comfortable, quiet.
Down
a little bit, but golly, you don't want them problems.
Hey, what the hell are we waiting on?
I like peanut butter.
Marlon is
Judkins instead. Oh, the minister's changed his tune.
Hey, you see what Smitty said? Hey, boy, you better listen to him, man.
All right, that number 41.
Look at this business.
The Chicago Bears select Quinshawn Judkins, running back, the Ohio State University.
Love
on
it.
the clock at number 42, the New
Back
York
to back.
Jets. Oh, back to back. Look at that, 42 and 43.
Who got the Jets? Ken Kong. Time to double up, Ken.
You got some approval from Vic. Vic's tough right now. You got approval from Vic. You're doing something right. He's tough right now. I mean, tough.
Who's the best available?
Best available looks like this: Siobhan Ravel, Mike Green, Ben Morrison, Jackson Dart, Cam Williams, Trey Harris, Mason Taylor, Jalen Milroe, Carson Schwezinger.
Hey, Illy is on the clock for 2 straight picks. Nope, no, he ain't. That is King Kong? No, is it?
It's Ken Kong, man. Why
Yeah.
are you messing it all around?
All right, man. The pick is in there.
Okay.
Ooh, I love that.
All right, at number 42, the New York Jets select Mike Green, edge, Marshall. On the clock at number 43, the New York Jets.
One more again, Ken. One more again.
Let's do it again. Do it in the morning.
Hey, dude.
Sweet dreams on the summertime. Sweet loving baby.
You gonna have me jamming when this motherfucker over.
Oh, you took Dart first. Oh, my bad. We missed Dart. Okay. Sorry, Justin.
Fair truth. Not
I don't know what happened, but okay. At pick number 43, the Jets select Jackson Dart, quarterback, Ole Miss. And at 44, the Cowboys select Jalen Milroe, quarterback from Alabama. And on the clock are now the Chicago Bears at number 45.
And look at that. Peanut Butter Skin and his auntie are available at 40, 45. Just saying. Yeah.
Man, that dude gonna whip your ass.
Why? Why is it? I didn't come up with it. Please whip Jason Whitlock's ass first.
If he become a Bear, he gonna be on this show, and he gonna be like, "Who's that guy, kids from Canada, man?"
What is this peanut butter skin bullshit?
Yeah, I'm whipping your ass, dude.
Hey, man, that's okay. I can afford, like, I can take, like, the insurance claim will be awesome. Please whip my ass. But besides that,
kids up there in Canada, ain't no Americans getting up there right now.
Hey, Rip Sinkins wants to take a quick look at the DT right quick.
Okay.
Defensive.
Marlon wants to see him
Deion's still there. TJ, Alfred Collins, Darius Alexander, Omar Norman Lott, CJ West. There's some guys here at DT. What's Norman and the Minister saying?
He says, see, Smitty said peanut butter skin is really nice and creamy. But I mean, you know, when you have your significant other, your partner for the evening at least, dip their toes into the peanut butter, you gotta have the chunky.
And we got Darius Alexander's agent in here, Mr. Cornelius Squalls. Is in the building.
Number 2 No Maniac in the building, lighting it up for DA. What do you got to say, Marlon?
It sounds like they lean in D tackle here for sure. But Minister Charles just messed up that monotony. He said Cameron Williams, offensive.
You already got an OT, but up to you. Up to you. He's dropped quite a bit further than one.
Yes, what about TJ Sanders? Hey, Marlon, Ryan Poe says, what about TJ Sanders or Darius Alexander? Seems to be leaning defensive tackle, 3-tech in particular.
All right, let's so TJ 6'3", 297. Pretty decent RAS score, just to put that out there. I think our guy Ryan Poles would appreciate that. And Alexander, very much the same. Couple of pounds different, a little bit lower RAS. Both would satisfy the 3 technique.
Really good players there. Really good.
Okay, Minister, I get you.
Oh, Marlon's looking at the run stoppers.
Yeah, well, okay. So he's talking basically about this gigantic piece of humanity here. Oh, why is this up?
For the record, there's some picks later on you can get for a run stopper, but if you want a pure 3-tech, there's some nice pieces here.
So I just screwed it all up. I'm just let you guys know. I screwed it all up. Somehow instead of clicking on the player, I clicked on draft. I screwed the whole thing up.
Oh damn!
Just put that out
there.
So
at number,
so you got the run stopper.
Yeah. So congratulations.
Kez just treed y'all, man. He just did.
I got too many things to click on. I gotta play the music. And
Deshaun Walker, defensive tackle, Kentucky.
Just for the record, man, that's like one of his favorite players in the draft.
I like him. I like him a lot.
He conveniently stumbled over I hit Deshaun Walker. Fuck, what the fuck happened?
I'm sorry. I like him a lot, though. I think he'll do
man, now we got to start all over with no trades. Can't put it up for everybody.
Well, we can do that. Even then,
go back to the top. What was the top? Where were we at that the fellas got to before you fucked it up?
Pick number 45.
Kez stumbled onto the pick, man. He says he conveniently.
I screwed the pick up. I put the pick in. It was me. I screwed it up. It's a good pick, though. I'm just saying, it's a good pick.
He said
it wasn't a reach.
Hey, Trips. Oops, I made a mistake. That's all.
Oops, I did it again. Something.
It wasn't meant to be.
Something.
All right. Yeah, that one's on my bad.
All right, so who's on the clock here? We got the Carolina Panthers, who is Mr. T. He's on the clock. Man, we got Deion Walker by mistake.
Ian Keds Cunningham.
Derek want to see the player comps.
Oh, who does?
Derek, he said he wants to see what the advertised show is about the player comps.
Oh, just hang around. I know, man. We're gonna get through this, man.
We'll get to player comps in a little bit. Holy smokes, man! Time has flown, bro. We're in.
I know, man. We gotta hurry and make some picks, man. We might need to just make some picks here.
Peppermint schnapps ain't bad.
We might need to just make some picks. Can you go to auto draft from here until we get to the Bears?
No.
You just trying to make picks.
You want to sip on a little like thick hot chocolate with marshmallows and some peppermint schnapps? Come on, son.
Hey, Marlon says, can somebody take over for him? You got to get up out of here.
See, now Marlon's dipped.
So, all right. So this is what we're gonna do. Let me devise a plan here. Me, you, and kids, with the assistance of the No Maniacs, Super No Maniacs, will make the picks from here because we do need to get through this. And good, and we got a whole goddamn 7 rounds ago.
Oh Lord! All right, well let's get to picking that shit.
We'll just pick the top player for whoever until we get
Panthers. Who's the Panthers?
Whoever the top player is, pick them. Just pick them, kids.
Ravel.
No trades.
New York.
Benjamin Morrison.
Mr. Charles says it sounds kinky.
Ooh, what's that now? Oh, stop, Minister.
We'll holler at you later, Marlon. Make sure you come back and rewind and get to the backside of the show when you look at them comps. Y'all gonna like them once we get to that.
Because I know for a minute there I had spaced off thinking like with the toes submerged in peanut butter. And it's like you going between the toes, and then you found like a nut, and it's like, ooh, little treat. It's like, and then it was like I was someplace else. Now I'm back. So yeah, there's that.
With your nasty ass.
Mm-hmm. We only in round 3 for fuck's sake.
We're gonna be. It's gonna once kids just go ahead and pick the top player. We're gonna move and groove.
Yeah, you can't just auto draft the rest of it.
Because we selected specific people.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna do another one with no trade backs. And who's is it No Maniacs doing this one too?
Richard Long said that's what you get for cheaping out on the scouting department.
Oh damn.
End up with kids picking Deion Walker and shit and pissing everybody off.
Yo, he's good though. I'm with the Deion Walker pick.
He ain't all that good, man.
So remember that year when the Vikings was on the clock and they was like, "Oops, we didn't get a pick in," and they just lost their turn. That shit happens. That's somebody getting fired. No, it's like you got 3 minutes. You know how long the clock is. How do you not have a pick in time? Unacceptable.
Sweetie said the scout drunk as hell in the back. Oh man.
Draft day, isn't that like the scouts Christmas?
It's somebody's Christmas, that's for sure. Definitely not mine right now.
We rolling a little bit now. We getting them. What's our next pick? So,
they stopped offering trades this late.
Hey, Paul says, "Shit, man, I was close to making Jacksonville a monster." Duval.
You know what? I think Jacksonville gonna come out of this situation quite well off, actually.
Yeah. Deion Walker is one of them big motherfuckers that just plays so high. He just gives up his pads all the time. He's just huge. And he's intriguing because he's huge.
All right, 6'6", man. Oh, here we go. We finished. Look at this. Cleveland Browns. Not too shabby. I think this is what we're interested in. Quinshawn, Dion. Oh, we got our safety next at 72. We got 2 safeties. Yeah, clearly wasn't paying attention.
Man, the last part of this draft is ass.
You don't like? I thought this was your guy, Marks.
He's all right. I really like him. He's one of the sleeper running backs in this draft. But I'm talking about that.
Antoine Wells.
Andrew Makuba is more slot safety. I mean, slot corner to me. He's small. R.J. Mickens is a good pickup behind him.
They're looking at him though. I think he got a 30 visit invite.
Well, I mean, it depends on what position they want to play him at. Now, I think he's small. He's 190 for a safety. Fuck, Kyler Gordon's bigger than him.
Damn.
Imagine that playing safety. You got to be a little bit bigger than that. Other than that, I would love fucking Andrew Makuba.
Phrasing.
Yeah. Pause.
And let's just take a look at Duval.
And who was that wide receiver that they? Damn.
Sorry, who are you talking about? Wide receiver?
That the Bears selected in the last round, or
Antoine Wells Jr.
Juice Wells is decent.
Juice Wells.
He's decent. He's coming up on a show soon. I got to get Juice Wells. I can't believe I got this far and didn't get him in there. Juice Wells is decent. I think I did get that.
Makuba's light in the wallet.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's like when you watch him play, he'll make a great slot corner. But for safety, man, we already got a guy that's kind of like that in number 22.
All right, so Duval. Yeah, they did a little something. Picked up some talent.
And this ain't bad. They got Restrepo.
Oh, he got Marcus.
Ain't bad at all.
94.
Ollie Gordon, late. Carson Schwezinger. The Raiders got a running back, a quarterback, a little protection. Jonas Sanker. This is actually a nice draft for the Raiders, to be frank.
Illy want to peep out.
Oh, they got your boy Vincent.
Illy want to peep out them Giants.
Boom. Hampton, Walter Nolan, Ben Morrison, Jalen Royals. This is a really good draft. They got themselves a tight end, dangerous tight end too.
They got a nice little draft.
It's a nice little draft for the Giants.
Thomas Verdone, his tight ass, but he'll make a nice piece.
Kelvin Banks, Mike Green, Jackson Dart. This is not a bad draft for the Jets either.
Pegasus.
They got some nice picks later on from.
I love this guy though. Pegasus. He's JJ's is all around a bit different. You know?
Dynamite.
He's gonna be dynamic. I like from Demetrius Knight on down. They got some really good players.
I like this draft. Let's look at the tippy top here. What did they get? Cam Ward, Donovan Jackson, Tyler what? Yeah, this is they got 3 quarterbacks today. Yes, something wrong with the algorithm, and I will take all the heat for it. These Saints, not bad. Jalon Walker, Xavier Watts, Cam Williams, Emory Jones. A lot of offensive tackle work here for a team that don't have a quarterback. Who's throwing the football other than Derek Carr? Anybody?
It don't matter, man. Y'all, we can brush
through
this.
Didn't they? What was the rookie from last year? Wasn't he on the Saints? The dude that looked like an alien, Rattler. Isn't he down there?
Oh, there's more than one guy who looks like an alien.
Spencer Rattler.
I agree, man.
I thought it was just. Oh, I see what you mean now.
Why are you encouraging that man, dude? What the fuck?
Whoa.
Don't he look like an alien? Well, share that.
Oh
Experience,
man, pray to God that man never becomes a bear.
Man in black kind of thing.
Holy shit!
Yeah, something going on. I'm not sure what it is.
All right, let's run through this because I think people are trying to get to us. They've been here 2 hours. They want to see them comps. That's what the.
You remember the song "We Don't Have a Plan B" by Redhead Kingpin? His mama didn't have. Sorry, we're gonna.
Wait, you share? You didn't share it though, kid. You gotta share it. Because look at him.
Yeah.
I'm so mean, man. I'm such a mean person.
Did he say he married to a red bone? He said,
look at him.
I'm such a mean guy. I'm gonna stop.
He half-ass albino. He got some Irish white woman mixed in. You know how redheads are, man. You can tell.
Wow.
Black man mixed with a Irish woman or something. But hey, Smitty says he's married to a red bone. He said I just told my wife about the peanut butter skin. She gave all y'all.
Yo, just turn that over to Jason Whitlock, man. It's not me. I'm just, I didn't come up with it. I'm just perpetuating it because it's funny. That's all.
Yeah.
And because it's sexy as hell. That's the other reason why, too.
My best friend girlfriend is a red bone like that, and I'll be teasing. She hate me, man. She don't hate me, but I call her lemon skin motherfucker every time I see her, and she get pissed every time. We can be having a good time. I'll be like, fuck you, lemon skin motherfucker, and she'll get pissed every single time. Light-skinned people sensitive. I'm just gonna tell you that.
Understandably.
you get lemon skin motherfuckers. Yeah.
You already know what she say to me, man. We be just going back and forth, man. It's just friendly little banter. But
don't sleep on the Irish dudes, hooking up with the Soul Sisters and getting a little piece of that punani and having some babies. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always the white women. Sometimes it's the white men that fall up in that little thing. And
you're trying to. Okay.
I got a whole ass conversation me and Kevin had behind the scenes talking about redheads and shit. Talking about my college years, boy. That's a whole ass conversation. But I can tell
we're not having that here tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah, we ain't doing it.
Dead that conversation right now.
Welcome to college, country girl. How you doing? Straight off the farm. Welcome. Hey, you thirsty?
All right, y'all ready to look at some comps because I can tell where this is going if we don't get to some comps. It's gonna get way off the track.
Yeah, let's do comps, man. We're gonna call it a night, man.
Right. Smoke this.
So this is how we're gonna do it. Kids, Trips, and everybody in the chat. Anybody that wants in, all you gotta do is hit the subscribe button. Jump on in and give your comments. That's all you gotta do. Just hit the subscribe button. You can come in and chat. It's that simple. All right, I'm gonna give you a name and I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes. Jonah Savanea, Arizona tackle. You know exactly who he is. Give you a minute before I give you the comp. So it should be an easy one for y'all. Should be an easy. Help us out, y'all. Jonah Savanea.
Now, is he left tackle or right tackle?
He's a right tackle in this offense, but he can play. He's played both and guard.
Okay.
You might not have no comp for him, but I know kids is thinking about it. I can see his shit digitally.
I am thinking about it. I keep coming up with like DTs. Strangely, I'm thinking about it Yeah, I got none.
You got none?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just waiting for one person in the chat to give me a comp for Jonah Savanea, and I'll pull it up. Just give me one comp. Give me one comp. I'll give y'all about another 30 seconds before I pull it up. Illy says the new Bears right tackle. That could be. They might actually switch. Oh, there it is. Now I gotta pull it up. He hit it right out the park.
I wasn't gonna do that one, man. Oh, you went Panay?
It should have been real easy. That's why I said it was real easy.
That's a good one.
I think that's a legit very legit comp for Jonas Savanaia.
That's a good comp.
And my understanding is they have talked to him, and he could be on one of these 30 visits. I would not be surprised. Jonas Savanaia is the truth, and I hear, some commentary saying that they don't think he's got good enough feet or ain't. This is a little too big for tackle, dude. When I watch him play on film, kids and Trip, I see nothing of the such. That dude has cat-like feet. For a guy that big, he should not be that nimble. That is one of the feature traits to him that I think is outstanding. Is Jonas Savanaia's feet.
That's why I like him, and I like Will Campbell. Both of them, their lateral movement, their ability to sort of catch up on a player, if they've lost a step, is very impressive. I truly have to say that. Both of these guys have elite footwork at the position.
Yeah, man.
How do we know he can play left?
Because I've seen it. They moved him around quite a bit, especially this year and last year. He kind of was.
You in trouble, bro?
Oh Lord!
Oh man!
Because Smitty said,
"Redbone Haitian."
Not only is she a Redbone, she's also a Haitian.
Damn.
See,
that's like finding a goddamn needle in a haystack.
Because I bet you her great granny was a voodoo priestess. Yama yama yama.
Don't let her fry the ragu, bro.
Walking around, you got a lot of chickens in the yard that be turning up bloody.
Oh Lord, holy Lord.
Yeah, Papa Shango.
But Jonas, I'm just one last thing. My little Lance.
The roots on you. Don't put the roots on me.
You talking about burying draws in the backyard type level. That's why I got to move on.
Man, don't eat the spaghetti on the first date when she cooking.
She putting an X on you, Trip. Be careful. Be careful.
Don't eat it.
All right, let's get to the next comp. Let's get to the next one. And this was on the thumbnail, so this is obvious. Don't need to do no talking. What do you think about this comp for Mike Green? I know everybody by now has seen some Mike Green on film. And how about the comp between him and Von Miller? Pretty much the exact same size guys.
It's a good comp. It's just a little much, It's a little much because Von Miller is like he's a special cat, He's a little special. Like his ability to ghost rush is second to none on the planet.
Have you seen Mike Green?
I have seen Mike Green. I'm just saying it's a little much. That's all.
We're not talking about this. Just to be clear, we're not.
It's a good comp, bro. It's a good comp.
Right. We're not talking about what one person is versus what the next person is. We're talking about the play style, just the traits, everything about him, what he looks like on the field. What's your fairest comp you can give that guy? Like Mike Green has got a whole NFL career to try to be Von Miller or better. You can't compare him that way. But talking about what he can bring to the team.
Well, Victor Perez is saying Robert Quinn.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
It's a good comp, except Robert Quinn's probably a bit more lengthy.
And Robert Quinn's way stronger.
Yeah.
As Smitty Q says, he'd have a lot to prove, Nomad. He had a lot to prove, Nomad, but that's not bad at all. It's a high comp. It is a high comp.
It's a high comp, but I see where you're going with it.
Wait, we got some more, man. We got some more. It's going to be a lot of conversations. I'm going to bring up I'm going to take this down and bring up the next football player, Devin Neal. Give me your comp for Devin Neal out of Kansas. Give me your best comp. Some of you guys should already kind of have a comp because I put one out there in a couple of shorts. So all you got to do is watch him play, and you'll see a certain player.
Wasn't that the what's my man with the bull thing in his nose? Kamara?
Alvin Kamara? No, I wouldn't think that's the best comp. I mean, his lateral agility is comparable, but I think there's a better comp than even that.
Well, Smitty Q saying Matt
Forte. Yeah.
Who?
Forte.
I don't see that. Where is that at?
Victor Perez saying Herbert,
What up, Jay Capone?
Harold Landry. Ooh.
Okay, I see the forte. So, all right, y'all ready?
Yeah. What do you got?
This is gonna make y'all gonna want to go watch some tape. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Here's the comparison for Devin Neal.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
What?
That's what I see. That's what I see when I watch.
Up, bro.
Like, here's where I'm going with this.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows, anybody that's watched Emmitt Smith, he was never a fast football player. Never had the long speed. You constantly saw him. If you ever just looked at nothing but highlights, you saw that guy get ran down time and time and time and time. But what you saw that was unique about Emmitt Smith is how he would make people miss in the hole with just a subtle juke, a subtle change of direction, just make people look stupid. You see guys diving all over the place trying to get at him, and all he made was a subtle change of direction. Devin Neal has them same traits too. All over his film, I see the same shit I've seen because I've watched Emmitt Smith film from back when he was at Florida, and he's not the most talented athlete in the world. That's what I'm getting at. He has no long speed. Neither one of those guys did. But what they do that is special is the suddenness of the lateral movement to make people miss. And that goes further than people might want to give it credit. You know, when you start looking at it, if you basing who Devin Neal is based on his 40 speed, you missed the whole damn picture. This guy is a special running back. He just doesn't have long speed, but I'm telling you, this dude's traits. I mean, all you have to do is watch the Colorado game just for reference. Just watch the Colorado game. He had them at his mercy. Just being the running back that he is, 4 or 5 touchdowns in the game. But this is what I see when I watch him play. Devin Neal. Let me get to the comments. I know some people got something to say about this. Thurman, he's talking about Thurman. Probably talking about no.
Thurman Munson.
Another good comparison to him would be Thurman Thomas, but Thurman Thomas, yeah.
Well, Emmitt and Thurman are good comps for each other, to be frank. They really are. They also one played behind the other in college, I believe, too. But
all right, it gets better and better from here. Let me get to the next guy.
Of course, Emmitt always taught us not to be malodorous when you're outdoors.
Just don't go nowhere, you guys. Just these comps get better and better the more they go. We got about like 9 more to go. But I'm going to give you a name. Of course, I'm going to bring up Damian Martinez, my favorite running back in this draft. Give me a good comp for Damian Martinez when you've seen him on film.
Thurman Thomas. That's who Cornelius meant, not Thurman Munson. Thurman Thomas.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought. You're going to love this comp. You're going to love it.
I'm going to say Jordan Mason.
Oh. Yeah. I would say that's fair. But a little bit less than, though.
You got Frank Gore.
That's a good comparison.
That's not a bad comp.
That's a good comparison.
A Larry Johnson.
I see.
You got Terrell Davis. You got the bus, Jerome Bettis.
You got the bus, Jerome Bettis.
All right, y'all ready?
Sure.
Here we go. When you watch him play, you're going to see this all day, every day.
Le'Veon Bell.
Yes, sir. And he's more explosive, way more explosive than Le'Veon. But that jump cut that Damian has, if Naj is still in here, Naj will tell you. Naj sent me a video of when he was at Oregon State. He was playing, and this is one that I told Naj in the message. I was like, that's one of those games that I'd read. They were playing the Washington Huskies, and it was absolutely electric in there. And this guy put the Washington Huskies at his mercy, pretty much, when he was at Oregon. And I'm telling you, watch him play, that subtle jump cut that Le'Veon Bell does. He's like slow to the hole, but fast through it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, kids and trips?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's got that delayed burst, but then when he sees it, boom, he hits the jets and gets through it. and makes people miss all the time, that is Damian Martinez. And for years, the Pittsburgh Steelers were elite in the run game because they had a guy like that in that cold that can pound people to submission. I'm telling you, Damian Martinez is that kind of guy. He will put you at your mercy, at his mercy. I'm telling you, man, he is special that way, man. I'm telling you, whoever gets him, and I hope it's Chicago. I'm just telling you. Love that guy. Let me look at this.
Third and broken tackles, Larry T is saying.
You just got to watch. You got to watch and know what you're looking at when you're watching it. Imagine just try to transfer that guy in the Chicago Bears uniform in the cold, week 11, 12.
Cornelius Squalls is saying he's saying Connor, and I think that's probably a better comp.
Nah, it's a good comp. Connor don't have near the speed. Neither one of these guys have near the speed Damian Martinez had. What up, Jimmy? Oh, well, you just missed a whole lot, man.
I screwed up the whole draft, Jimmy. I'll just put that out there. But we keep it moving.
All right.
Yeah, you did. Y'all ready for the next one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring out a name. Abdul Carter. We already seen that, right? So we got it. All right. So Ty Robinson, defensive tackle out of Nebraska. That's gonna be hard for a lot of people. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a tough one for me for sure.
We just get right to the comp because I don't think nobody will be able to compare. But when you watch him play, you'll definitely get where I'm coming from. You'll pick up when I'm laying down.
Richard Seymour.
Mm-hmm. That's what I see when I'm watching him play. Richard Seymour is a dominant defensive tackle. He's just one of those unsung heroes amongst a bunch of unsung heroes on the team. For years, he was just they wouldn't have won all those championships if it wasn't for Richard Seymour's dominance. Him and Willie McGinnis at times, you know what I mean? But his dominance at the point of attack consistently is quite comparable to when I look at Ty Robinson on film. Again, he's very, very, very underrated, as Richard Seymour always was. But the dominance is very comparable. You watch and athletically and the traits, they align perfectly. They're both about 6'5", 6'6", about 315, same size, same results on the field. He's going to have this type of career, in my opinion. So any thoughts on that?
No, I think this is a good comp, actually. Folks
Watt
out there saying J.J. Watt, Tommy Harris, Reacher. Those are the ones that I got.
Reacher.
I'm good with that. But I think if you go watch, hopefully you guys will see these comps and go and look at least at some of the highlights for both of those guys and see if you can pick up what I'm putting down here. When I look at both of them, I just see the same football player, just a different, Ty Robinson's got a lot to prove. Richard Seymour is probably, I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer yet, but probably should be. He's a great football player and just didn't get a lot of credit because you had all those other guys stealing all the spotlight. But that's what I see when I watch Ty Robinson play. You guys ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
We're right along. This should be easy, kids and trips. Brashard Smith, running back out of SMU.
Wow.
Easy peasy.
Depends on what you're doing here. Watching tape, he reminded me of Bucky Irvin tape last year. I'll put that out there. Any other comps I would think for Brashard Smith, who's just fast as all stink.
You want me to just pull it up?
Do it.
Brashard Smith is...
Oh, okay.
Jameer Gibbs.
All right.
Easy. This is easy, man.
Ellie Jones says Tariq Cohen. I think that's a good one too.
Work done.
There's another good one.
I like both of those, man.
Yeah, those are similar style.
It's the acceleration, man. And I think his subtle. Go from how fast Jameer Gibbs can get from 0 to 10. I mean, he can accelerate. This is the same thing you see with Bashard Smith. He just pulls away from people, man. Paul Rodriguez. That's cool, man.
Oh,
but hey,
but you notice he has the ball in his hands, right?
Hey, really quick though, Bashard Smith is scheduled for a 30 visit. By the way, he is scheduled for a 30 visit. So I did not waste my time this entire offseason banging the table for Bashard Smith. Now I'm telling you, somebody in the Bears front office is looking at this content out here. They're like, this motherfucker. I don't know who the fuck these dudes over here at the Nomad Network is, but these motherfuckers be spot on. But this is what I see. If you want to put Jahmyr Gibbs in the new look Ben Johnson offense, draft this cat right here or Travion Henderson. One of those two guys will get you exactly what Jahmyr Gibbs brings to the table. Look at the film, read it, and weep, Jack. Jacob Pont Don says he loves that guy.
And I'm down too. He's my my late rounder for sure. I don't think he's even going to make it to the late rounds. I'll be honest about that. Yeah, he is a good football player.
Cornelius confirms that Bashard Smith is one of the Bears' 30 visits.
So he has the top end speed, not a lot of mileage, and light injury history.
He was a receiver at Miami. He transferred out of Miami as a receiver, and they just decided, all right, when you come over here, we're going to make you a running back and really elevate your draft stock. You got running back traits. We're going to put the ball in your hand as much as possible, and you're going to be a high draft pick. And he's like, I'm there. And he transferred and became a running back. His Miami tape ain't bad either as a receiver. He catches.
Oh, so this is what Paul's saying, though.
Yeah.
Rashad, a former wide receiver turned running back, just like Bellis.
Nah, not like Bayless, man. Not like at all. At all. That's a bad way to. Oh, come on, Paul. Don't do that to him. But you guys ready for the next one?
Yes, sir. What do you got?
All right. So I'm gonna name a guy and tell me what you think. Nick Scorton out of Texas A&M, edge rusher.
Leonard Floyd.
Oh, no. Leonard Floyd in his wildest dreams on steroids. Ain't that goddamn strong. No, bad comp.
All right.
You ready?
Who you got? Yeah.
Bashard running 4.39. Okay.
Yeah, Rashad's fast.
Terrell Suggs.
That's exactly how he plays. That's how he plays. Terrell Suggs is who I saw when I was watching him play. Effort, relentless, strength, power. He's going to win more times than not with that power. He's just going to overpower people, and he ain't going to try to fake it. He's going to be like, dude, I'm about to run right through your ass. And ain't shit you're going to be able to do about it. You can't anchor against me, especially if I get on a wide 9. But when he wants to, he can divvy up his pass rush arsenal. He can go under you, around you, double move your ass. Terrell Suggs, as a matter of fact, I would say he's probably better than Terrell Suggs was coming out of college. Now, as Terrell Suggs got into the league.
You mean Balso Hard University?
Yeah, I think he's from Virginia Tech, right? Or I don't know.
Balso Hard University.
But I'm telling you, kids, this is exactly the guy I saw when I was watching these guys. And it took me a minute to figure out who it was that this guy reminded me of. But this is Melvin Ingram is a great comp. I love that. Pernell McPhee is another good comp.
Charles Granderson.
Hey, man, the guy is just powerful, man. You know, you got to know what you're getting. You're getting a powerful edge that is going to be ferocious against the run. It's going to get you some great pass rush production at the same time. That's all Terrell Suggs was. It's just what you notice about Nick Scorton all the time is, and I noticed Nick Scorton watching Shamar Stewart, and I just kept seeing this guy just jump off. I'm like, who's the cat on the other side? Because when it got tough and you need somebody to go make a play, that's when you're looking for your big guys to step up. That's when Terrell Suggs played his best. Is when the game was close and you got to go out there and make a play. T-Sizzle, go make a play, and that's important.
Jimmy Santilli is saying everybody thought we was going to draft Suggs when he came out, and like I just kind of had a feeling he would have wound up on the Bears at some point, and somehow he just made it through his career without doing that. But shout out to T Sizzle, also Harvard University.
Yeah. I hope y'all enjoying these comps. They get better. We got a bucket full left. We got about 5 or 6 more. Let me see. But yeah, Jared versus another good comp, by the way. Got about another 1, 2, 3. Got about 6 left. I'm gonna put this guy. I'm gonna say this guy's name, and you guys tell me. And I think he might be the next Chicago Bear, Mykel Williams. Edge rusher out of Georgia.
Yeah, I don't have a comp here.
Okay. No?
Mm-mm.
All right. You ready?
Go ahead. Danielle Hunter.
Really? Danielle's so much bigger, though.
Oh, it's like, come on. Mykel Williams is probably listening to this right now. Come on, dog. You gonna measure me that way? Like don't nobody look like him. Shit. Nobody in the world. He's the only motherfucker in the world that chisel. Unless you're
probably right.
I mean, like, golly, this guy's a freak of nature. That, but the same type of guy, same exact measurables, same play. Like the thing about Danielle Hunter that's different than Mykel Williams when you watch him on film is Danielle Hunter is a little bit more dynamic now as a pass rusher because he's added to his arsenal. He's added a couple of counter moves. So the spin move is really nice right now. I've been watching him work on that for the last few years. But his rip under is going to be special. You see that in Mykel Williams. He's starting to bring that into his game. The swim over is really elite for Danielle Hunter. And Mykel Williams is learning that too. He's only going to get better and better. His upside is humongous. And he can be a Danielle Hunter type of player. I just see a young version of him when I'm watching Mykel Williams. Any thoughts?
No, but that makes me a little bit more confident that you see Danielle Hunter in this guy. Because again, a couple of folks have mocked him to the Chicago Bears at 10.
You got some comps in the chat there. Leonard Floyd, Myles Garrett, DeMarcus Lawrence.
His just raw ability. That's what they're looking at, his raw ability. This guy is very, very young, number one. But his upside, once he puts the tools in his bag and has a little something that he can pull out at the last second, he's a big game player. He plays at his best when the game is on the line. That you always look for that trait. But I mean, like, as a raw talent, it's hard to find somebody as talented as him. But there are a couple, But this guy's special, man. I think he's going to be special. His upside, I just wouldn't expect him to have the 15 to 17 sack season in his first year or so. But it's going to come. If he stays true to it and really puts in the work, he's going to be special. No question about it. Yeah, he does look like Adonis. Man, dude, he looks like that all the time. All right, y'all ready for another one?
Yes, sir.
Pull this down. I'm going to mention one guy, and you guys, Jordan Phillips, defensive tackle out of Maryland. I've been talking about this guy so much, he might think I'm his agent privately. I've been talking about this guy a lot. And I know y'all probably don't have a good comp for him. So you ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to love it.
Jalen Carter.
And he's probably twice as strong as Jalen Carter. Got a wrestling background. I mean, when I tell you, and I've probably said this probably 10 times by now, it's like watching somebody operating a human forklift. This guy just lifts people and just moves them and puts them wherever the fuck he wants them and just takes over. Like he plays, in that defense they play in Maryland. It's one of those hybrid 3-3-5, 3-4 sometimes, and it's just all over the place. So he's playing particularly at nose guard most of the time. But then when you see him get those 3-tech reps and get those one-on-ones, when he's not playing nose tackle and getting double teamed all the time, he's playing, man, dude, there's no way possible you block this guy one-on-one. You can't. He's just too fucking strong. If he's fresh, he's just coming off the bench in rotation, and he's lined up at a 3-tech. Jalen Carter in his dreams wishes he was this strong. I'm telling you, that's how impressed I was with Jordan Phillips watching him on tape. All Jalen Carter does was he just smashes into people and tried to basically forklift them out of the way for the most part, or he tries that one hard swim over move. This dude is, I'm telling you, Jordan Phillips, if he gets to the right team and the right coach starts grooming him and putting him where he needs to be, giving him what he needs to, he'll rearrange the whole conversation about who the best D tackle in the league is in a couple of years. I promise you that. That's how good, that's how big his upside is.
Yeah, he also has a manslaughter case.
Or doesn't.
That
ain't my business.
I know. I'm just putting it out there into the world. Our team generally doesn't draft people like that. Although in this case, I think he's talented, and whoever winds up getting this guy might get a real destructive force on the defensive line.
Imagine somebody telling you that somebody is twice as strong as Jalen Carter.
Yeah, that's saying a lot.
I mean a lot. Just turn on the tape. You'll see. Jalen Carter wish he was this strong. And he's a strong motherfucker. But this guy is twice the strength. Man, I'm telling you, he's got like Baby Huey type strength. Bam Bam type strength. And he's only 20 years old. It is freakish to watch. All right.
Reference. Didn't see that coming.
You guys ready for
or Baby Huey? That's definitely some old school shit right there.
Bam, 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 bam.
Hey, listen.
Bam, bam.
I got another guy for you guys. Have you guys seen safety out of Iowa, Sebastian Castro?
Yeah.
You like him?
Yeah, I do.
What would be your comp?
I would say the guy from Polynesian guy from San Francisco, not.
Oh, Hufanga?
Yeah, Hufanga.
Mm-mm. He's more of a box safety, and Hufanga is too. You ready?
Go for it.
Rod Woodson.
That was kind of, all right. Okay.
Very, very similar traits, man. Very similar traits about them. Both of them are ball hawks. Both of them, I think they weigh in somewhere around the same size too. I think Rod Woodson might have been. You can't tell by this picture because back then Woodson wore bigger pads then, but they're somewhere in the same neighborhood as far as size, ball hawking ability, the instincts, the twitch to get to the ball when he sees it, boom, he breaks on it. Very, very, very similar. Vicious tackler. I mean, just in the moment when you need to make a play, there's a guy out there on your defense that you know is ready for the moment. Sebastian Castro has shown me time and time again that he can rise to those occasions. Now, one thing about Rod Woodson is he wasn't the best cover corner down the field. You can take Rod Woodson deep if you got a nice running back or you got a nice tight end that's really fleet-footed and he could run. But he constantly struggles sometimes with going deep because he's a box safety. But he was a very fast guy, but I don't know why he always struggled with deep passes, man. I don't know why that is because he was very fast. But that's who Sebastian Castro reminds me of. You check the comments.
Let's see. Smitty said Woodson was an elite corner before moving to safety.
Yeah, he was.
Don't see this one.
I didn't even see
Scrolls don't like dudes named Sebastian. But Scrolls is just an a-hole, so don't mind him. Let's see. Paul said Tony Parrish. Oh, FYI, a fun fact: Tony Parrish, he's working now, swinging his big black stuff around in thongs and G-strings and such. Male stripper. former safety.
That's
And you got another comp of Mike Brown.
when I watch Sebastian Castro, first thing comes to my mind is his ball skills. How he plays around the ball, how he reacts to the ball when the ball is in the air. Does he make a play on the ball? Is it consistent? That's one of the ways you judge a safety. One of the ways, just one of the very many ways you can judge a safety. This was the person that came to mind. Like Rock Woodson's instincts and twitch when the ball was in the air is pretty elite. He ain't in the he's in the Hall of Fame for no reason. Guaranteed, he belongs there. And Sebastian Castro, I'm not saying he's going to be on Rod Woodson's level. It's just a player that reminded me. He's just the guy that reminded me of. I mean, I was just like, okay, I think this makes sense. Just watch Rod Woodson and look at some Sebastian Castro. You see the same playmaking ability. The ball skills are all there. You know, I mean, he's probably a lot faster than Sebastian Castro. I would imagine at least a couple of steps. But you know, I think if in a zone concept, I don't know how well he would respond to a man concept, which is why I wouldn't probably rate him as one of the top safeties to bring into Chicago, because we're going to be playing a lot of man concepts. But for a team like wherever Flus in Dallas, Flus has got to be loving this guy. He's got to be loving because he's perfect for the zone concepts. Perfect.
Oh no, decent comp. There's a couple in the chat. Mike Brown. Anybody else? I saw a. Yeah, that's. I'm just. Haha, Clinton Dix is another one that's been thrown up here, but I'm laughing at the Sebastian comment because like, you have no idea how many dudes named Sebastian from Quebec I have no love for. There's a whole bunch of them.
Yes, Sebastian Janikowski, good kicker, bad person in a bar to have.
I don't know how
Sebastian Malakowsko, he's funny.
Yes.
I think you guys are you're gonna love these last couple of picks. You got 3 left. And so I'm gonna say a name, Jalen Conyers, tight end out of Texas Tech. Give you a few seconds. Anybody in the chat, Jalen Conyers, does he remind you of? I think you guys will really like this comp because I think this might have been one of the better ones.
I'm gonna comp him to the homie from the Saints. What's his name, man?
Ron Johnson.
Oh, Tyson Hill.
Taysom Hill. You got it.
Taysom Hill.
Yeah, he ain't nowhere near that fast. Oh, Kittle. Ooh, I like that. Dr. Earl said he just watched some Jordan Phillips highlights. Tell you, man, he's something else, man. A freak. Straight freak. You guys ready?
Do it.
Do it. Antonio Gates.
Oh, wow.
Yep. That's what I see. Probably the same exact size, same measurables, same kind of dude. But the thing is, Jalen Conyers brings something else to the table than Antonio Gates ever did that I know about. And that is he can play wildcat quarterback, get in the backfield and play running back or fullback. He's a tight end. He can play in the slot. Just my Antonio Gates could do all that stuff too, in the slot or tight end. But this is the guy I see. They're probably pretty much the same football player, about 6'4". Let me see, about 6'3", 6'4", about 265 pounds. I think Jalen Conyers might be a little bit heavier than Antonio Gates, but this is who I kept seeing when I was watching him play, man. Route running, everything, catch radius, the whole 9 yards reminded me of Antonio Gates the whole time I watched.
What about the homie he was a Bears tight end in the Trubisky era, Trey Snap? Help me out, chat. What was that homie's name? Trey, man. Former Philadelphia Eagle.
I ain't drank nothing, Smitty Q. What's wrong with Antonio Gates? Go watch the film, boy. I'm telling you, you'll see it.
Trey.
Yeah. He made that much of an impact. Trey Burton.
Burton.
That was not that long ago.
Yeah, I know. I was like Trubisky era, man. Yeah.
This guy, I think for all the people that like Tyler Warren and love what he can bring to the table, all you gotta do is take a minute to go watch his film. If you do nothing but watch the highlights, you like what the thing is, Tyler Warren did it on a bigger stage, and so everybody knows about it. And so if you transfer Jalen Conyers into Tyler Warren's role, he could have excelled there too, and maybe even done better because he's just as dynamic. Put Tyler Warren down at Texas Tech. Who knows if we're having this conversation? You know, it's just about where you're at what given time, what team you're on, how much exposure you're getting. This is just as good a football player as Tyler Warren, and I'm convinced of that. I've seen enough tape.
And now I think I also saw that Conyers has a 30 visit with Bears.
Oh, does he really?
Who told you that?
Twitter. You know, I mean, I got my source on Twitter. Yeah, I think I saw that because it was like, oh shit, that's that tight end dude.
Dog, I gotta see that. Dog, I gotta see that.
Well, I could be making it up, don't quote me, but I could have sworn I saw that because it was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense looking at tight ends.
Dog, I gotta see that.
Oh, and then I also saw that they had, of course, I don't have the name, but there was a top 30 visit for a cornerback.
I wonder who that is.
Well, it's not like they don't need a quarterback. Just being frank here. All the Bajan fans are gonna kill me.
Wouldn't surprise me if they put Maxwell Harrison on that list. Lamarion James, Azarie Thomas, any one of them. It's some dudes out there, man. But that's my comp, man. I think I was looking at young Antonio Gates play football. That's really what I saw. All right. You ready for the next one? We got a couple more left.
All right, what do we got?
Nick Eamon-Ward. Should be easy.
Cam Chancellor.
Should be easy.
Yeah, there he is.
Cam Chancellor. It's like you see a football player like that and his particular kinds of traits. Like it was so rare to see a guy that big be that fast and be that dynamic and versatile. And his range, man. I mean, Nick Eamon-Ward is that. It's like these guys only come around like once every 10, 15 years, man. Like an athlete like that can bring all that to the table. They're rare, you know what I mean? So when you can get an athlete like this that has this kind of, I don't know who I was listening to, but somebody's talking about, you can't imagine him playing high safety. This dude's speed is elite. Like that dude can go from sideline to sideline in a blip. Takes really good angles. I don't see really. I can't find any knock on Nick Eamon-Ward. I think he's a special football player. He's basically a black cat for the most part.
So he's like a hybrid safety linebacker, or jack of all trades.
You can do both with him. If you want to line him up as an extra linebacker, you can bring that dynamic to your defense. You can bring that versatility. And he's 225 at 6'4". Yeah, he can do it. It's not, but you wouldn't leave him there and like have him play that primarily, even though he can. But you would be wasting him.
Mm-hmm.
Put him up high and let him patrol the top part of the field, or put him in the box and let him mix it up down there. But this is, to me, the most unique safety in the draft. Period. That's an easy.
See, Paul Rodriguez says Steve Atwater would be his comp.
We got one more. I think you guys are gonna like. Y'all ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say one name. Landon Jackson.
Just because I've seen the name so many times tonight, Leonard Floyd.
Leonard Floyd, man, he probably shits turds bigger than Leonard Floyd. You thinking about it, kid?
Okay, the guy I would go with is Javon. Oh man, the Tennessee Titans defensive end.
Max Crosby, Lawrence Taylor.
Max Crosby would be a good look. Give me a second.
Y'all gonna really love this one. And first, y'all gonna be mad at me, but then you're gonna think about it and go watch the tape. Don't judge, just watch the tape.
Julius Peppers.
It's a good comp. It's a good one. Big human being right there. You ready?
Go for it.
I'll give you a minute, kids, if you want one.
I'm just blanking out on what this guy's name
Trey
is.
Hendrickson.
I'll do y'all one better.
On.
Richard Dent.
Whoa.
Master.
I'll just shut up and let you guys have your takes on it. I see a young Richard Dent, man. He's about the same size. Landon Jackson might be a couple inches, maybe an inch or two taller. So play somewhere around the same size too. I think Landon Jackson probably plays a little bit heavier than Richard Dent, but that burst and to be able to get around the corner and just overwhelm people with power and speed at the same time, is this Richard Dent all day long, man. That's how he won, with his burst and speed to power. You can do that lean when he puts that body on you, that weight, ain't nothing you can do about it. When he lays into you, only you at his mercy. That's when Landon Jackson is at his best. That's what he looks like, is Richard Dent. To me. Mick Cornelius says he can see it. Hey, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pop out. Let y'all talk about this.
Yeah, those are big shoes, man. Those are big shoes. Where's my guy here, man? I'm trying to remember who this cat is. And I've actually met this man.
Who is he? Is he a player? Who are you trying to think of?
Tennessee Titans defensive end. Would have been playing. How old my kid? Would have been playing in like 2012. Nope.
Tennessee Titan defensive end 2012. Yeah, we need more. Is he a comp to? Is he a comp to somebody?
To this guy.
To Landon Jackson / or Richard Dent, someplace in between there, obviously. Oh, the freak.
Who's the freak?
What was Javon Curse?
Javon Curse.
Oh man, nice.
That's my comp for Landon Jackson.
Oh, that's impressive. Those are pretty big cleats.
Those are big comp. Like I feel like the Javon Curse is much less of a crazy comp than Richard Dent. I'll be honest about that. But
he's a much smaller football player too.
Who? Javon Curse?
Yeah, he probably played at about 255, 260. If that.
And Landon Jackson is what?
Man, Landon Jackson plays at about 275, 280.
Oh, okay. That's not what I'm getting over here. You know what I mean? Like,
I seen him on an interview, man. He was asked that question. He said, I played anywhere between 275 and 280. And this is before he went to the combine and all that.
264 is what I got him at. So you're not that far off. 6'6". I think Javon's a little bit, so a wee bit shorter and a wee bit lighter. You know what I mean? But prototypical at the position, length, speed, all of that stuff. But
well, what about the motor? Because there's a comment. Put that back up. I don't dislike Jackson, but he's so inconsistent. He will have a good game, then disappear for 3 games.
I think that is true. I seen more of that last year than I did this year. I've been watching Landon Jackson for a couple of years now. I seen more of that last year, but something something triggered in him this year. I don't know. It's because of the fact that he just thought he was going to be able to raise his drafts. I don't know what it was. The whole thing I was having a conversation with you about, kids, about him he had that alopecia. And, I was looking at that in the interview, the same interview when I found out he was playing at 275, 280. That same interview, that's when I found out that was something real triggering for him. And it adds fuel to his fire. But, yeah, man, I think this is going to be a monster. I think JT Tuiamola is going to be a monster. Those big edge rushers, this is a good draft for those guys. But the more and more I watch them play, I just, who leans into people with that kind of power and that kind of momentum, and it's just undeniable when you watch it. I just kept thinking about Richard Dent. I'm not saying that you guys have to agree with my comps, but this is what I was thinking when I was looking at it.
Well, because Minister Charles is in your ass.
He stayed. He stayed there.
So we're comparing measurables and not talent.
So wait a minute. Let me say this. So we're talking about a college player who hasn't played a snap in the NFL, and we're comparing him to an NFL player who's had careers, and so that makes no goddamn sense, Mr. Charles. To be honest with you, it's just a good comparison about traits and measurables, things that you can see on the field that you can compare to another player. That's all it is. Take it to the 10th degree if you want to, but that's what it is. That's
my comp is pretty heavy too, with it being Javon Curse. So I'll put that out there as well. But yes, I had the opportunity to meet Javon. He actually came to town on some crazy football stuff, and it's funny because I think my kid was 10 years old at the time, and they had him doing drills. I'm looking at my son, he's just a little shit at the time. I'm looking at him, looking at Javon, and just shaking hands. They got to meet each other, and I'm like, man, you got a long way to go. And like, no word of a lie, my son's like pretty close to that size now. I like never saw that coming, by the way. Didn't see anything like that actually manifesting in real life.
And Cornelius Squall says that's funny because they used to question Richard Dent's motor too.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard that before, but you know what? I've all those Bears documentaries, that 85 Bears documentaries I've seen. I don't know that I've heard that.
Bro, that's like a 7th round
from
pick.
a small school.
Sorry, he might even be an 8th round pick when they used to go to 8. He's a late rounder.
Yeah, he was way back there. Hey, pull up that link I sent there in the chat there, kids.
Gotcha.
Hey, Minister Charles, by the way, I can have it any goddamn way I want to. This is the Nomad Network.
All right, okay, settle down, boys. Settle down.
By the way, you tell me what I can have both ways, goddamn it. What do you think you're talking to?
Oh, am I sharing the wrong thing? I'm sharing.
Wait, that's not what I sent you.
That is not what you sent me. Where did I put it? Oh. No? Where did I put it? Okay, well, I can fix this. Whoop.
And this is a tracker of so far the top 30 visits scheduled by the Bears front office there at Hallis Hall.
Oh, is that what that was in private chat?
Yeah, that's the link to the.
I was busy scrolling, man.
There you go. So go back to the top there. All right, there you go. There you go.
So interview scheduled. Jahdae Barron, cornerback, Texas. What the hell y'all doing looking at cornerbacks for, man? Jeez. Do I have enough cornerbacks? Fine.
He gives a little summary of them.
Yeah, give him a little bit of love here. Andrew Makuba.
Wait, go back up a little bit. This guy, no, right there. No, I'll go back. Yeah, stop. Jed Brown, extremely versatile defensive back. Number 7 player in PFF, blah, blah, blah. Can play every position in the secondary. Was second in the SEC with 5 interceptions. An elite prospect.
You know, hey Trips, you know what? Somebody talked to me in the comment section after think some extra sauce, and they was like, Nomad, don't slip on the corners. You covering everything, but you ain't covering the corners because you don't think they're gonna draft him, man. He said they could surprise us.
Yeah, that was me.
That was you.
Yeah.
I know somebody said that shit to me. I'm just like,
Yeah, that was me.
Double back on their ass or something.
And you can go ahead and scroll on down.
All right. So got our homie Andrew Makuba Sr.
Nick Martin, linebacker, Oklahoma State.
Covered him.
Yeah.
He's scheduled for a top 30 visit.
Oh, he looked like my friend.
A couple of
shout out Baby G, man.
A couple of 2-3 shorts out on Nick Martin. That motherfucker is impressive right there.
That's funny.
Who else?
He's a explosive linebacker. We've covered him, so go ahead.
Speaking of that running back,
and I thought I was on the island when I first said this about him. I was like,
Deshaun Smith, running back, SMU.
Oh no, man! If you'd watched him on his combine was redonkulous. It really was.
I intentionally did not watch it, but I'm glad somebody at the network did, so you can speak to it. But it didn't surprise me. I said it in a short. I was like, I guarantee you, by the time he goes to the Senior Bowl and at the combine, it's going to be on the lips of every goddamn body. And sure enough, that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, 3.940. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
All right. Next up, go ahead.
Big boy Josh Connerly, Jr.
Covered him hard in the paint with him.
Offensive tackle, Oregon.
Hard in the paint. Will Campbell, of course.
Offensive tackle, LSU, with his short arms.
Do y'all realize his arms have grown over the course of a couple of weeks?
They say he got some home cooking. He got 33 and a half.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Those local tape measures.
He's doing that.
His arm don't bother me, man. I let everybody else run with that. I just watch the play. Like, the boy is bad.
He is.
I let everybody else have all that shit. I was talking to Swifty about it privately, and he feels like that because I think probably Greg Gabriel, he's a big arms guy. And, you listen to a scout tell you certain things, you tend to want to listen to that, man. You know what I mean? And so I just don't have the same reservation. That's all.
And there's everybody's favorite running back.
Ashton Genty, running back, Boise State. So, hey, he's on the list for the top 30 visit. For those in that camp.
Illinois Jones has hit it dead ass in the mouth. The strength, the footwork, and the balance. That's what you see on tape. And I hope he's talking about Will Campbell because that's what I'm thinking about.
So I guess that's all that's scheduled for now, or
that's all that's scheduled at this present time. So that's what we're getting. Just a few, unless Twitter tells us different. I'll stop sharing this. Let me see if I can.
Been here 3 hours, 12 minutes. Everybody, please do us a favor and hit the like button if you'll be so kind, and make sure anybody that's watching the show and not subscribed to the channel, you can do us a great service by hitting a free subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, nothing. It's just a free button you hit if you like content and you support what we're doing over here. That's the best way to help us out. Hit the subscribe button. Richard said it's an arms race, gentlemen.
It is indeed. More ways than one. Pun intended.
You know what, Cornelius? I don't think there's a chance in hell he's there by the time we get to 10. I don't think there's a chance in hell. All this shit people talking about his arms and all that stuff, that ain't going to mean nothing when you get through looking at the totality of the tape. They're going to see a tackle when they draft him. And he's going to be off that board by, I'd say about 5 or 6, he's gone.
I don't see him making it past the New England Patriots.
No. I was being generous when I said 5 or 6. What did the Patriots drafting at? What, 4?
They're 4. Yeah, you're right there.
Appreciate you guys, man. We get ready to wrap the show up in just a minute. You guys don't worry.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take a peek and see if I see anybody else. Oh,
Hey, Illy, I ain't gonna lie. I looked at his tape, and I looked at other guys in comparison to him, and I do think Josh Connolly is athletically a superior offensive lineman. He's athletically superior than a motherfucker. Now, with we talking about the whole, when you put it all together in a package, it's hard to put somebody over the top of Will Campbell. I can give you some guys that are right there neck and neck with him. Josh Connolly being one, but that guy, you got to give him his credit, man. He's good. He's real fucking good.
Oh, I also see Isaiah Bond on this list and Mason Taylor. Those are two additional players that we didn't see on the original list.
Mm.
And like Richard Long says, he tends to draft those guys that come in that top 30.
Peanut butter skin.
Mason Taylor he's got a lot of upside, man. I hope he learns how to protect them legs better, man. I see him take too many leg shots. As a matter of fact, I think, who was it I seen giving one? It might have been Andrew McCouba or Nick Emanwari. One of them safeties just cracked his ass in the leg. And I'm just like, I'm watching the play develop. And I'm like, get your ass, get them pads down and protect yourself. He just took it. He's got to protect them legs, man. Other than that, I don't have any complaints about that guy whatsoever. I think he's going to be a dog.
Well, he's definitely got dog pedigree, being Jason Taylor's son. So I'm going to give him that. Seen a fair amount of his tape. He moves very well. He blocks very well, too. He's versatile like that. And his auntie is sexy.
Yeah. Oh,
just had to throw that in there one more.
Until you start doing them wedding plans and shit, and and she got like 6,000 motherfuckers on the list, and she trying to make you.
Hey man, she works for ESPN or some shit. She can pay for all that. I don't care.
You think that's the kind of motherfucker gonna actually pay for her own wedding? Oh hell no, dog! You tripping? She gonna make you spend every goddamn dime you got and go in debt just to make sure she don't pay it.
But she's rich, and I'm broke in comparison. So I don't know how that would really work. That doesn't even make sense.
Well, it wouldn't work because you ain't sniffing no parts of that.
Damn it. Reality sets in.
Hey, speaking of children, I saw on the Twitter. I wish I had the links now, but the offspring of former NFL players, Antonio Brown's kid, is like 10 years old. It was like just killing them out there catching the ball. And then LeVar Arrington III, like you remember LeVar Arrington?
Mm-hmm.
And how much of a specimen he was?
Yeah.
Well, his 17-year-old son looks like a grown-ass Adonis out there on the field.
Man, dude, like I can speak for Florida for sure, man. I had to travel in those regions, man, down there. I went down there when I was about 14, 15 years old. And I'm telling you, those motherfuckers down there are different. They train these motherfuckers for football, man. They like when they get born, I'm birthing a football player, and I'm gonna train his ass all his childhood. So they're like born into it, and they get to play all year round. And so when I got down there, and I was just like, where they be playing football, and I'm seeing all kinds of like everybody was a little advanced. You know what I mean? I was an advanced football player, but I got out there and I was like, this is competition. I want to play down here, but my mother would not let me stay. I was down in Fort Myers, man. My mother would not let me stay. It was so competitive. I can see why so many players come out of that part of the country. It's real down there.
Hey, I sent you the link, kids.
Where'd you send it?
In the DMs on what do you call that place? Twitter.
Man.
How do you spell Antonio? ANTO.
We already got that. Jeez. Who's the homie he's standing beside, though?
That
That poor guy.
Now this is a shorty, his son. I remember, and there are many nomaniacs that will remember watching his daddy play. Remember his daddy getting drafted.
Yeah, that's one big lad, man. He's a big boy, that guy.
That boy was custom made. Damn. That motherfucker look like fucking Daniil Hunter.
And he's like 17 years old. That's crazy.
Yeah, 17 years old. Look at that kid.
That ain't even fair, man. It's just like kids don't even want to play. It's like, nah, man, they got grown motherfuckers out there.
That's what, like, this homie over here is just mad. He's like, man, what happened to my gene pool, man?
They like, these motherfuckers cheating. I can hear somebody hear somebody on my team, man. They cheating. That motherfucker too big, man. Nah,
I'm using my hair over here. This
that dude over there like I'm a grown ass man.
My girl's first stopped like 7 years ago. This is ridiculous.
Hey, you want some water, sir?
What we doing out here, man? They can't be putting no motherfucker like this on the field, man.
Oh, wow.
Miss some kids. What we doing, man?
Man, like, I don't know. That's
well,
crazy.
the NIL people are gonna be hollering at him.
Damn,
he already getting money.
Probably been already hollering.
I sent you another link there, kids.
He already getting money in high school. Trust me.
Hey, homie, bro.
This is AB's kid?
No videos, man.
No, you can just mute it. Just mute it.
Okay, hold on. Y'all getting the sound over there?
Yeah.
Trips got us murked on the last stuff I ain't telling about that.
Yes.
Right, this is a little AB.
Oh yeah, he been
working.
He been working with him.
And this is touch.
That's way advanced for a kid his size. He ain't supposed to be doing all that. But that's what happened when you got your daddy as a NFL football player.
One of the best to do it.
He gonna be super duper tough. I hope he don't got a daddy attitude.
Oh, he does already. You can see it. You see that? Yeah, I love it.
I'm one of them people that like cocky, man. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man.
Wide receiver, you need to be. That's just how it is.
We're gonna wrap this thing up because my girlfriend off for the next several days. And
watch out now.
Yeah. One of them kind of things. I got to get ready to get up out of here. So, just for the record, kid, you can pull that down, man. Because we need to. I know everybody didn't agree with them comps, especially Minister Charles. But this is the way I see it. These are my eyes, and when I did the comps, I compared them to football players that have been there, done it. One of them is only a second, third year, Jalen Carter. These are the type. I just saw these football players when I grabbed that bucket list of football players to do a comp on. The way I saw it when I look at it on film, the traits, everything measures up. Of course, every last one of them has to raise to a different level to get to where the player that they're getting comped to has risen to. But that's what comps are for. So you can say, hey, this is your measuring stick. So that's what I was thinking when I did it. It was a good draft. Even though kids messed it up when he got Deion Walker. He wanted him a little too bad and had to make something happen. But it was fun, man, getting you guys active, getting you guys interactive with the show. That's what it's all about, really. That's what the secret to the sauce is on this show on Nomad at Night, is getting people interactive and getting people involved. We don't want you guys to be here as just damn wallpaper. You're a part of the show, so we try to include you in it the best way we can. And I thought that was fun, man. I think everybody enjoyed themselves. I know I did. And so that was my take on what happened tonight. Pass it to my guy from Canada for some pleasantry before we get ready to get out of here. Well,
been another Sunday night. Thanks for riding it out with us. Sorry I screwed up the draft, but Deion Walker, y'all, he's a specimen. In any event, one of these days I'm gonna get you guys to look, and I'm gonna show these homies later on. You're gonna see my nephew My nephew's a serious wide receiver there too, man. He's a little bit of a specimen. So I'm gonna show him to these guys after, and maybe to the rest of y'all down the road. Both him. I should have known we had some wide receiver chops in the family, and we do. But I'll let you guys see him one of these days. Dangerous little homie. But big shout outs to all y'all. Thanks for coming through. Most definitely check me out at Keds the Canuck right here on YouTube. We are streaming live right alongside. We multi-streaming every single darn time. When you see me on these shows, you will see me right there as well. So by all means, at the very least, give me a like, share, subscribe, and we will continue pumping content as we move forward. And again, shout outs to the good minister. Shout outs to Marlon, both y'all for doing exactly that. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, you guys. Cornelius Squalls, shout out to you. Number 2, no Maniac. Thanks for coming through. Big shout outs to the Naj. Haven't seen you in a little bit, man. He's immortal. The Naj has got the wrench. He's out there. My guy, the Scrolls, doing it large. Came in late. Just left the Padres Braves game. Oh, sweet. So you got to see a little bit of baseball. All right. And the Grasper jumped in. Shout out to you, sir. Big shout outs. Illy Jones was with us. Jimmy Santilli was as well. Oh, there's FFG. What it do, G? Shout outs to White Ghost. Thanks for coming through. Who else we got? Richard Long, Victor Perez. He's a super no maniac. You should be one as well. Shout out to Derek Guy. Who else we got out there? I'm missing Smitty Q. My guy Smitty Q rolled with us, pumped that draft out, even though I made the little mistake there. I think it turned out pretty decent. Shout out to my guy Paul Rodriguez. Big love to you, sir. And yes, I was talking about Javon Curse. Couldn't remember the name, and y'all pulled it out for me. Thank you very much. Jacob Capone the Don, shout out to you. Shout out to King Book of World for jumping in for sure. Who else we got out there? Did I say Victor Perez? I don't think I said Victor Perez. Shout out to you, Vic. He's a super no maniac. What it do to the doctor, the good Dr. Earl. Rex Smith came and hung out with us for a little bit. Same thing with Larry T. Shout outs to both of you guys. Thanks for coming through, y'all. Who else we got? Ron C. Ron C was all over the chat today. Same with Rip Simpkins. Yo, Rip, man, thanks for coming through. By all means, like, share, subscribe. This network, Sports Chicago Style, and at Keds the Canuck. Please, we'd love your support. To the power of 3, please, by all means.
Foster, who just busted up in this.
Oh, there's my guy. Everything is good, Foster, and shout outs to you and the fam across the way. Big shout outs to all those guys. Ken Kong, shout out to you, my dude. What's popping? Always good to have Foster covers rolling with us, man. He's
Uncle fucking motherfucking Foster.
Yeah, that guy, man. He's a good guy, man.
Foster, you might have to jump in with us one of these days just to add to the banter, man. We have a good time. I know you have a good time just kicking it with us, man. Anytime, holler at me, give me an email or something.
No Lanai chat, Foster. If you're coming on this side of the fence, we know Lanai chat. He knows what's up. Same token, the mustache is powerful, bro. You know, got to give him props. Mr. T Ford, shout out to you for coming through. Same thing for Paul Martin. Big love. Oh, BT9 was with us today. Got a little bit of representation from Bear Truth 9.
You about to eat hot ass buffalo chicken mac and cheese this time of night?
Damn.
You trying to have some badass dreams tonight.
I have a coronary, dog. Take it easy. Take it easy, bro.
Settle down.
Buffalo
Maybe make you a pot of oatmeal.
I wish I could eat that late at night, but I can't.
Yeah, I can't do that at this hour. Shout outs to Joe Vizzo. Yeah, at this hour I'd have troubles in the morning. That's for sure. Problems. That's how you get that.
We got you, Foster. You can holler at me on Twitter, but let me put up the email address, man. You can come on whenever you get ready. When life settles down, you kick life's ass, and then you're ready. Come on, holler at us. Let me put the email up.
Shout outs to Chris Foster for coming through. Legit Chris Foster, and Big Al was with us for the better part of the evening as well. Shout out to you, Big Al. Who did I miss here? There's a couple more folks I'm missing, I know.
Oh, Illy said he off tomorrow. You better be eating that shit.
Yeah.
This late at night. You better be. You need to be in your own space, locked in the garage some goddamn way.
Don't. You might not make it out. Shout out to Trapper Keeper. D Rocket Burns. D Rocket Burns. That's our guy right there. I think that's just about the list.
Squirrel said he wanted to eat Vietnamese tonight, but she got to work.
But she had to work.
You need to be in your own space.
That'll be a long time, Scrolls. Shout out to Smitty Q and Vizzo Joe's already done. Oh, Brad Williamson was really trying to hit there. Wow.
Oh man, scroll with the take of the night.
All right. Well, thanks everybody, all the No Maniacs tuning in. And speaking of baseball, that damn Cubs bullpen. What the fuck is that about? But yeah, baseball. It's back.
What is that? Is that spring ball or what are we doing there?
Excuse me?
Is that spring ball right now?
No, this is the season started, son.
Oh fuck! How many games?
Already, I think they've played 4.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Back.
Yeah, it's 158 to go.
Oh, Crooked Commish was in here. Create Culture as well. Shout out to you. Like, share, subscribe, please.
Oh, and also appreciate all the ones that have already subscribed and liked the videos there at Sports Chicago Style. If you have not done so, get that ass on over there and handle that. That's on all the Twitter, the Facebook, the Blue Sky, and the Instagram, as well as the Ko-fi, the Patreon, and the .com and the YouTube channel. Sports.
Give me a second. I'll pull it up. I'm just a little slow with this.
Yeah. Sports Chicago Style. So there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's all entertaining. It's all beneficial to your mind, body, and or soul. So go on, check us out.
Everybody, I'll take the responsibility, man. I'll write you a goddamn note. Just let me know. I can do that now. I can email you that shit. I'll get you right, man. If y'all running late, man, I'll get you right. There's watching the goddamn Nomad Network like everybody else is supposed to be doing this late at night. What else you gonna be doing this late at night but watching Nomad at night? Come on, dog. We got it locked down over here as far as hardcore Bear football coverage. And just like they say, they call us this is the locker room conversation. This is about as equivalent as you can get to a real locker room conversation as there is out there on the internet, period. This is about as close as you're going to get. I've been in there, I know. This is about as close as you get. But, kids, you were still doing shout-outs, and we kept interrupting you. So go ahead.
No, I'm glad that you did because it allowed me to find a couple of more folks like Lawrence Kennedy. Shout out to Lawrence Kennedy. Aldo Gandia, who jumped in. Shout out to the pod father himself. Thanks for dropping in, brother. We appreciate it. Hey, that's me. Give me a little bit of love at Kedza Canuck here on YouTube. Shout out to AC Adam and Mr. Mayhem, who both jumped in as well. Bears Junkie 55, Hall of Fame, and B Shep 23. And that does it. That rounds it out and covers everybody. But shout outs to all you guys. Thanks for spending your time with us. We appreciate it. And bear the F down.
Trips already did. Unless you got any more trips, you go right ahead if you do.
No, I guess the Cubs are 2-4. So is that six games into the baseball season already? How time flies. Go ahead.
No, I mean, thanks Trips for coming on. I would love to have Trips on here regularly, but he's got his editing he does on certain days, and I understand when he can't be here, but that's my guy. I love him, man. I love both of these dudes like my brothers, man. It's like brothers that I ain't never met personally. This is like what it feels like for me, dealing with these two guys and doing podcasts and shows, and both of them have their own channels, and they're trying to branch out and do their own thing, and they know I'm just going to give them any and everything I can give them. That's just who I am, you know what I mean? So whatever they need, No Maniacs, Super No Maniacs, bring the same energy. Trips is doing a completely different kind of content. His spin on the content ain't exactly what we do over here at the Nomad Network all the time, but it's similar. in ways. He just brings some more variation to what he does. Kids is doing his thing in a way that he's trying to get that thing off the ground and let people know that I've got my own thoughts, I got my own ideas, and I want to get my own lane going on. And you guys over here that support us, just bring the same energy over to them. And that's the same thing I would encourage you guys to do. Give them the same energy, man. You know, tell people what they are, what they do, and bring people and go get the subscribers up, man. To just show them the love that way, the same way you show them love over here. Show them on their own channels. And I would definitely appreciate that because these are my guys, man. Do everything with them, and I love them, man, straight up. So appreciate you guys for being with us tonight, everybody. Minister Charles, let me apologize and say maybe I got a little bit rough listening to your comments, but I wasn't trying to be. But we talk shit over here, Minister Charles. You talk shit back, I'm going to talk some shit to you. So that's just the way it goes. There ain't no grudges. By the time I hit the end button on this show and the show goes off, I carry nothing with me. Nothing at all. I appreciate you guys for being here. And, you know, one of the things I wanted to mention to you guys is when you're out here in the world and you just got to know, I don't know what age everybody is, what stage of life everybody is, but this is one thing I'm going to give you guys to put in your purse or in your wallet. Wolves in sheep's clothing. One thing you should understand, and this just goes to any walk of life. I don't care what line of work you're doing. You have to understand that not everybody, if you're a good-minded person, good-hearted person, great spirit, and you bring that to the table and you live with your heart on your sleeve, and you expect that everybody's going to treat you the way you want to treat everybody, just know, don't let the wolves in sheep's clothing who are on assignment to try to deconstruct what you got going on. They want to fuck you over. They are there to fuck you over. That's what people do in this world. And don't let that put you in the turmoil just because you know that that's in the workplace, in the place that you go hang out. There's always that motherfucker there that wants to bring you down because they ain't happy with themselves. And they fucked up. And this is my assignment. I'm going to fuck him up and make him feel what I'm feeling some kind of way. I'm going to figure that out. Don't accept that. And the most important thing is don't let that stop you from being yourself. Live with your heart on your sleeve. Be a caring, be a kind, be a loving person, irregardless of whatever that sorry motherfucker that's trying to do you in is trying to do to you. Do it anyway. What they say, shame the devil. Shame him because he's doing the devil's work. That's what he's doing. So keep that and carry that around with you. Don't let somebody else's bad energy get into your good energy. Make your energy more positive. Overwhelm that badass energy. Fuck them. That's what I say. If you want to be a fucked up individual, don't expect me to go along with that. I'm going to be me. I'm a kind, loving, caring person. I'm going to be that no matter what people think of that. Some people want to say, oh, you soft, you weak, you this, you that. I'll be that. But don't test me. Don't test me. I just want to give you guys that encouragement. There's every day, tomorrow, somebody's going to get up tomorrow and they're going to go to their workplace. They're going to go to wherever they hang out. They're going to be around family, friends. It's going to always be that person that's going to want to roil or disrupt your spirit because they can't stand it. They can't stand the good energy you have, and they want to disrupt it. So what I tell you guys all the time is these last these famous words. If you can think it, what do I mean by that? If you can think of something really, really good, that's a good start. And you can see it, you're halfway there. You're halfway there. If you can see it, you can damn sure manifest it in this world. Just don't be a prisoner of your own mind. If you doubt yourself, you're going to get left behind anyway. Just have confidence in yourself. Manifest that shit to your reality. But with that being said, we are out.